On a sunny Saturday afternoon at the base of the Papago Mountains, we welcome you to Phoenix Municipal Stadium for the second game of the season for ASU baseball, as it looks to start 2-0 for the fourth time in 5 years as they take on Omaha. Hello everyone, alongside Riley Kelton, I'm Mihir Sinhasen. A happy Valentine's Day to you all, and thanks for tuning in. Riley, baseball's back in the Valley of the Sun. This is one of the best settings in college baseball, but beyond the setting, Arizona State wants to start off with a win. They did so last night.
Yes, and we saw it from Carlone last night, the big touted MLB prospect, mostly a reliever last year, only a reliever, and got his first start. And we saw the strikeout stuff dip down, but he was sensational. Gave the Sun Devils 5 innings, only 3 strikeouts. Had the one run that he gave up by bomb to down the left field line, but nonetheless a good start from Carlone and a good start for the Sun Devils last night.
And he's still got something left in his armada, if you will. Willie Bloomquist talking about his changeup post-game, saying he really wants to start using that. Didn't use it a lot last night, but it could show up as the season goes along. With that, let's take a look at Arizona State's starting lineup today. 3 changes for Willie Bloomquist's side as Beckett Zavorik slides in at third baseman. He'll bat second today. Matt Pope bats 6th as a designated hitter. And Cohen Nikolai, the catcher today, in place of Brody Briggs, will bat 8th. For the rest of the lineup, Landon Hairston will once again be first. Dean Toigo third. New Contreras fourth. That's left field, right field, and second baseman. Dominic Smaldino will be on first base and bat 5th. Dominic Longo and PJ Mutsaritas will swap places. Longo, the center fielder, will now bat 7th. And Mutsaritas, the shortstop, will bat 7th. On the mound today for Arizona State is Colin Lindner, who started his career with Northwest Florida State and Texas A&M, transferred to Arizona State last year but was out due to injury, but now he gets the start that he's been dreaming of.
Yeah, it's a guy who, like you said, missed last year with an injury. It's a guy who's going to throw your low, mid-90s, topped out at 96 during the fall. His changeup is his number 2. You'll see that in the mid to upper 80s. In the fall, he's working with the cutter, slider, curve. We'll have to see what he decides to go with today. Maybe pitch selection, first start, when dwindled down, or maybe you might see it expand and where he throws all 5 of those pitches, but we'll have to see. But look for that changeup to be his strikeout pitch today.
Omaha 0-1 headed by Evan Porter. They make one change to the starting lineup. It's Cardell Dick batting 8th as he replaces the catcher Brody Sexton in the lineup. For the rest of the Mavericks, this is how they line up. First will be Chase Diggins, the shortstop. Second, third baseman Henry Zappe. And third, first baseman Jackson Trout. And then in the middle of the lineup, it's Tyler Bishop, the designated hitter, followed by Mason Gaines, who moves from 8 to 5, still in right field, though. And Joey Craig, who batted 5th yesterday, the center fielder, will move down to 6th. Hayden Lewis, the left fielder, will bat 7th, and Eduardo Cornelli will bat 9th as the second baseman. What will it take for Arizona State to get a win, move to 2-0 today, Riley?
Well, I think it's got to start with the pitching, right? You got to get ahead of these hitters. Last night, the Mavericks didn't look too bad at the plate, only 6 strikeouts. And when you look at Carlone was throwing, and Overbay came in as well and threw 3 innings. Those are 2 guys for the Sun Devils I expect to be their strikeout guys. And this Omaha team only struck out 6 times. So I think for Arizona State, you just got to look to keep getting ahead of these hitters. Put in those counts where you're getting those weak ground balls, the weak fly balls, and even getting those strikeouts. I think that's what it's going to take from ASU today. And then once again at the plate, just be aggressive, do your job. They did a really good job at hitting runs last night. Putting it on the ground on the right side, moving runners over. They're going to have to do that again today.
Colin Lindner, we talk about him for Arizona State. You have Drew Iverson on the mound today for Omaha, the right-handed pitcher transferring in from Wichita State, mainly pitched out of the bullpen for the Shockers. What can we expect from him today?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to look for him to get ahead as well. It's going to be a broken record, but a guy who only threw 10 1/3 last year, his ERA was 10.45. So you're going to want him to get up on these hitters. Hitters were hitting 378 last year against him when he was a Shocker. Got to get it ahead of this Sun Devils hitter. This is a lineup that can hit. Last year as a team, they were hitting 314. So if they can continue that trajectory, they're going to have to go and get ahead on Iverson tonight. Iverson's going to have to just find the zone, hit his spots.
3,690 people at last night's game, the second highest home opener at Phoenix Municipal Stadium. Fans trickling in on this Saturday afternoon. A lot more sunshine compared to what we saw in last night's opener, but it's sure to be a good one on a beautiful Valentine's Day here at Phoenix Municipal Stadium. Mihir Sinhasen, Riley Kelton here on Blaze Sports YouTube. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll give you the first pitch. Play ball time here from Phoenix Municipal Stadium. Omaha against Arizona State, the first series of the season for both teams in 2026. Mihir, Sinhasen, Riley, Kelton. Back with you at the base of the Papago Mountains as the Mavericks will take the bats first with Chase Diggins, the shortstop, making his way in towards the batter's box. Your umpires today at the home plate, Jason Rogers. First base, Jason Starkovich. Second baseman, Eric Peterson. And then on third base, Jake Uhlenthal. Diggins steps into the batter's box. A righty-on-righty battle as Colin Linder will be the one to deal. Where the red glove brings it down. First pitch of the day is a swing and a miss from Diggins. Arizona State in the outfield to start this one, wearing the black tops and the white pants, along with the black caps with maroon builds. 0-1 to Diggins. This one chopped right down the middle, scooped up by Contradas. Contradas' throw to first is in time. That one was skittering towards the back part of the infield, but Noah Contradas, who has played third baseman for most of his ASU career, now moving to second, makes a good play there.
Right, the shift was on a little bit, shaded a little bit to the middle. Ball by Diggins, drilled up, backhand, a longer throw for the second baseman, but like you noted, Contradas played some third base. An easy throw for him, like the back of his hand. You just don't forget it.
Speaking of third baseman, here's Henry Zippe in the box. His first pitch will be hung well outside. Henry Zippe, the left-handed senior who went 2 for 4 last night. Going up against Linder on the mound. 1-0 also outside, a little bit towards the upper part of the batter's box. Zippe going 2 for 4 yesterday, the only Maverick to get multiple hits against Arizona State. 2-0. Swung up, chopped up towards right. Contradas creeps in and makes the catch. 2 outs here in the top of the first, still scoreless between Omaha and ASU.
Good job right there from Linder. You throw the first 2 outside on the zone, and then you know that Zippe is going to be sitting on that pitch on the inner half, something over the plate. You speed him right back up. He was ahead of it as well, and an easy soft line out right back to Contradas. A good job, though, to bounce back in the zone. Linder's going to have to find a little bit, like we said, sat out all of last year, so this is a little new for him. It's been a while, but a nice 2 first hitters to start the day.
Jackson Trout now in the box. Linder winds up, deals, and it is in for a strike. Jackson Trout batting .250 in this newborn season. 1 for 4 last night with an RBI as well, a fielder's choice that gave Omaha its second run. 0-1, saunters down, but it just hangs in for another strike.
A nice
0
job,
balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yeah, nice job to locate that slider right there. And Warren was watching Linder. He did throw all 5 pitches that he worked on in the fall, so maybe they're all in play today.
Linder again deals, and this time it's cut away by Trout, lofting a foul ball into or past the right field bleachers. Close towards the offices out in that area. Take 2, still 0-2. Chopped down to left, it goes for a base hit as it sneaks its way between Mutsuritas and Zavorik. Stop sign on at first, and Omaha gets to the bases first, courtesy of Jackson Trout.
Yeah, Trout did a good job. That last pitch before it was a fastball, was way behind it, drove to the right side, thought he was going to get another one because how far he was behind it. It said Linder off with the off speed, and Trout was out in front, but waited his hands back just long enough, drove one through the 5-6 hole, and the Mavericks get to extend the inning for just at least one more hitter.
And that one more hitter is Tyler Bishop, the designated hitter. Went 0 for 4 yesterday. First pitch, swing and a miss, as Trout was creeping a little bit off first, but will retreat back to the bag. Him and Dominic Smaldino making some conversation right now. 0-1. Linder steps off the bag momentarily as Bishop was going back and forth in the batter's box. Now he's back in it. 1-1. Linder On his mitt, unwinds, and it's a swing and a miss. Throw towards first is in time. A smart play by Arizona State's Cohen Nikolai. Seeing Trout wavering off first, throws towards the bag. Smaldino makes the tag, and the Sun Devils get out of the first inning unscathed. Even though it's one hit for Trout, the Sun Devils still remain scoreless as we head into the bottom of the first here on Blaze Radio. Bottom of the first here from Phoenix Municipal Stadium, scoreless between Omaha and ASU as the Maroon and Gold take the bats for the first time today. Landon Hairston once again starting off the lineup. Hairston in left field as he enters the box, batting left-handed. One of two left-handed hitters for Willie Bloomquist today. Drew Iverson on the mound. Winds up, deals, and the first pitch is down for a ball. Landon Hairston, one of the few players in the starting lineup that was a part of the Sun Devils last year, albeit not getting too many starts. 1-0. Hairston will also see it down low, a little bit towards the outside. 2-0.
Yeah, Iverson on the bump, giving you about a high 80s fastball and warm-ups, through a slider around mid-70s and had a changeup as well, going to mid to low 80s.
To Hairston. Hairston flares us out towards the left, straddling towards the left foul pole line, and it goes into the left field bleachers. Landon Hairston, who went 2 for 4 yesterday, including an RBI and a double. Slugging percentage of .750 last night. 2 balls, 1 strike, 0 outs. No score between Omaha and ASU. Bottom one, Landon Hairston and the Sun Devils in the box. 2-1, also seen outside for Drew Iverson, as we touched upon pregame. Mainly pitched out of the bullpen for Wichita State last season. Getting the starting role today. 3-1. Dealing, flaring, foul, and it goes off the canopy and into the seats right behind home plate. Seemed like Hairston might have gone for the bunt in that instance. Instead, he gives a souvenir to a fan.
Yeah, Hairston, 3-1, was sitting on a pitch, saw a fastball, eye level, lit his eyes up, and he check swing behind it and just fouled it straight on back.
3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A tough deal there. 91 off of the arm from Drew Iverson sends Hairston back to the dugout.
Just a nice job there from Iverson to get back. You saw him be aggressive at that pitch upstairs right before when it was 3-1, so he went right back to it. Hairston wasn't behind it. His top velo of the day so far at 91, but a nice job to stick with the fastball. I think every single pitch that at bat was a fastball.
Back at Zavorik, now in the mix. First pitch swung on, high fly ball, deep to right center. Wavering over is Craig, and Craig will make the catch. So back-to-back outs in favor of Drew Iverson and the Mavericks. Still scoreless here in the bottom of the first. So now comes the other left-handed batter for Arizona State, Dean Toigo, the 2025 Mountain West Player of the Year with UNLV last season. His first pitch from Iverson swung on and missed as it went into the face guard, if you will, of Cardell Dick, the catcher. Dean Toigo, one of the graduates on this Arizona State team, providing some veteran leadership in the college game. 0-1 pitch. Toigo swings this on, chopped over towards second, scooped up, throw to first in time. A 4-3 between Cornelli and Trout ends the first inning as the Sun Devils go 1-2-3. That ends the first inning here from Phoenix Municipal Stadium in a scoreless bout between the Mavericks and Sun Devils as we take a quick break on Blaze Radio. A scoreless first inning last night, a scoreless first inning today on this Saturday afternoon at Phoenix Municipal Stadium. Top of the second between Omaha and Arizona State. Sun Devils looking to move to 2-0 for the fourth time in 5 years. Tyler Bishop back in the batter's box for Omaha. First pitch will be down towards the dirt. Didn't even make it to home plate. Ball one.
Yeah, just going back to the end of the last inning, Nikolai with the back pick over to first to catch Trout hanging to dry. It's a good way to make your impression, too. Guy who's going to platoon behind the plate a little bit with Briggs. First inning, first opportunity, and back pick him at first.
1-0. Bishop swings and fouls this. Tapered over the canopy. That might go into not exactly the parking lot, which is across the street from here, but it will make its way onto the road potentially. 1:20 p.m. local time here in Arizona. 1-1. Just seen outside. 85 by Colin Linder, who, save for giving up a Jackson Trout base hit, pretty much went as perfect as you would imagine. 2-1. Fired in for a strike. Nearly right on the money.
Love the pitch selection there. You just throw the off-speed pitch outside, and you come back fastball, painted on the corner. A nice job to even it back out.
2-2 pitch. Swung on. It's a high fly ball, deep towards right. Toigo shielding his face. Now brings his mitt down, seeing the ball, and makes the grab. Standing up in right field. 1 down.
Tell you what, that plays a little harder than it looks. Fly ball sky high into right. Battle in the sun a little bit. You saw the glove go over Toigo's face, trying to shade the sun a little bit, battle it out here in Arizona. Completely different weather than what we had yesterday, too. But a nice job from Toigo to just camp out right underneath it and make an easy out number 1.
Mason Gaines, the left-hander, in the box right now, facing Linder. Brings his mitt down, deals, and first pitch is a swing and a miss. Healthy hack from Gaines. Mason Gaines moving from batting 8th to batting 5th today. Playing in right field. Went 0 for 1 last night. Meanwhile, his 0-1 pitch, he'll see that down towards the dirt. 94 from Colin Linder, making his first start at Arizona State despite being on the squad last year. 1-1 is fouled back into the netting.
Yeah, spent time at Northwest Florida State, one of the best JUCOs down in Florida. He played some competition down there. A lot of those guys on those teams in that area end up getting drafted pretty early on and late round picks. So he's played some competition at this level.
1-2, Gaines skies this towards the third base line, close towards Omaha's dugout. Nikolai tries to make the grab. Didn't lurch out to get it as it went over Omaha's players who are on the edge of their dugout.
That ball was dancing in the air a little bit. It looked like it was going out. It kind of curved back in towards the railing where you thought he had a shot at it. Just tailed a little bit too far where even if he was able to outreach that arm, he wasn't going to be able to grab it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the second. No score between Omaha and Arizona State. First series of the season for both sides. Shift is on for ASU. Towards the right, Linder deals. Gaines, swing and a miss. Nikolai scoops it up, throws to first. 2 down.
Nasty breaking ball there from Linder. The pitch before the fastball, you sky it the opposite way, showing you're late. Now you got to think, as a hitter, you got to speed up, be ready for that fastball. He threw you a couple at the top of the zone as well that you were behind, so now you're sitting on it. You throw a breaker right in the dirt and just caught him right out front. A nice pitch there from Linder to get the strikeout.
Joey Craig entering the batter's box. First pitch. We'll see down towards the dirt. Went through Nikolai's wickets, if you will. Luckily, nobody on first. No stolen bases. Only one Maverick to get to base today. That was Trout in the first inning. 1-0. Craig with a swing and a miss. Joey Craig, the 6'2" senior from Omaha, Nebraska. Started his career at New Mexico State, now back with his hometown team. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Linder deals right towards Craig's helmet for ball number 2.
A fastball up, and would think right here, this is where you go probably back to an off-speed pitch, something down and away.
2-1. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. Smart call there by Jason Starkovich on first base.
There's another fastball eye level instead, and Craig, I think, was probably sitting a little bit on the off-speed. That's why you saw the check with a nice job to realize fastball up, leave it back a little bit.
3-1. Up high, and it's ball 4. First walk of the day for Colin Linder of Arizona State as Craig will take first base.
And just every pitch that I bet as well, just up in the zone. Got to work on finishing down a guy who's 6'4". He can have some downhill motion on the fastball. Just got to release it a little bit later.
Hayden Lewis batting 7th today in the box for the first time today. Straddling the right side of the batter's box, but close to home plate. First pitch is a high fly ball, deep to right field. Toigo going back at it towards the track at the wall, and it is caught, not by Toigo, but by Longo, the center fielder. Another quick out for Arizona State, and that will end the first inning here from Phoenix Municipal Stadium. No score yet. Does that change in the bottom of the second? We'll find out in a few moments right here on Blaze Radio. Well, New Contreras had himself a day yesterday, leading the Sun Devils to victory, 2 for 2, along with 2 stolen bases. Enters the box for his second game of the season as the Sun Devils currently knotted up at 0 against Omaha. Contreras, one of the multiple veterans on the squad, responsible for Arizona State's first run of the season. His first pitch is swung on and it's cracked out towards left center. Hard run towards the track, just a little bit short of it, but it's caught by Craig, the center fielder.
Yeah, great first pitch contact from Contreras, and this is a guy who's an electric factor, like you mentioned, 2 for 2 last night. Going into last year was the number 22 draft prospect. Dealt with a little bit of injuries and it hindered him back, but now back in the Sun Devil uniform and made his impact on day one and looking to do that for the rest of the year for the Sun Devil squad and Willie Bloomquist.
It's Dominic Smaldino in the box right now. His first pitch up high for a ball. Smaldino going 1 for 4 yesterday with a run as well. Did strike out, but also got a stolen base. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Might have clipped his bat before going into Dick's glove. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. No score in the bottom of the second as the Sun Devils take the bats against the Mavericks. 1-1. In towards the hands. No swing. Ball 2.
This is a guy who's got some pop too. 6'6", 230, and 12 doubles last year along with 11 bombs at Cal.
2-1. Hardy Hack couldn't get any contact. Off speed again from Iverson. 83 miles an hour there. 2-2. This one cracked down towards short, scooped up, throw to first is in time. Diggins to Trout gets a 2 down for Arizona State.
And it was a nice job sequencing there by Iverson. The off-speed pitch had him out front, and then you go right back, righty on lefty matchup, fastball right in on the hands. Maybe Smaldino thought I would tail back in on him. Instead, gets a weak ground ball right to short, and an easy throw from Diggins, short to first.
So Matt Polk back in the box. His first pitch is flared and fouled over the canopy in the first base side. Some kids making the run into the concession stands trying to get that ball here on this Saturday afternoon. A picturesque day in the Valley. 0-1. Polk makes contact on it. It goes towards left field. It is gone! Matt Polk's first at-bat as an Arizona State Sun Devil leaves the yard as the Sun Devils break the deadlock. 1-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Yep, Polk just got a mistake and made the best of it. Fouled the first one. You see he wanted to be aggressive. Lefty on righty. It tails right in. Belts it right into the Omaha bullpen in the left field corner. A nice swing of the bat from Polk. A guy, the veteran experience like you talked about as well. A graduate student coming from Vanderbilt. We know there's good competition in the SEC.
Dominic Longo at the plate takes ball 1 to start. So similar situation where the Sun Devils get on board first in the second inning. Up 1-0, Longo's second pitch down towards the dirt. 2-0, 2 outs. Sun Devils with a chance to build some sort of a lead. And for Drew Iverson on the other side, trying to get out and back to the dugout. 2-0. Fluttered high.
I think Iverson's just a little shaken up after the big drive from Polk. 3 straight pitches. Not really necessarily close to the zone either at that.
3 balls, 0 strikes, 2 outs. Longo lets it go for ball 4.
Right first name, right? 2 dumps. Yeah, just Iverson obviously shaken up as we'll go ahead and see Cardell Dick take a talk with him on the mound as well. But just got to find the zone. Like we said, Iverson, a guy who came out of the bullpen, didn't have his best stuff as a shocker last season with a 10.45 ERA across 10 1/3. So now taking the ball this season as a starter early on in the season. Jitters, you're facing a strong lineup. Just got to calm those nerves down and know that you got it.
Iverson looking down right now. Black cap, gray shirt, gray pants, along with the rest of the Mavericks in the field right now. Cohen Nikolai stands in the box for Arizona State with the white gloves. First pitch. Check swing. No check swing, rather. It's just a strike. Cohen Nikolai comes over from Oregon, originally from Anchorage, Alaska. One of the catchers on Willie Bloomquist's side, trying to earn that starting role as the season goes on. 0-1. Iverson will throw it towards first. And back in time is Longo. Zero balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Sun Devils up 1-0 on Omaha, courtesy of a Matt Polk home run a few minutes ago. Iverson deals towards home. This one cracked towards center. Going back there is Craig. Craig will make the catch on the run. So that will end the second inning for Arizona State. 1 hit for each side, but the Sun Devils up 1-0 courtesy of Matt Polk. His first Arizona State at-bat is a home run leaving the yard. Will the Sun Devils keep that lead going into the third inning? Let's see. As we take a quick break, we'll be back here in just a moment on the Blaze Sports YouTube page. On to the third inning here from Phoenix Municipal Stadium. The visiting Omaha Mavericks back at the plate, down 1-0 to host Arizona State, as Matt Polk lacerated a ball into left field for the Sun Devils' first home run of 2026. At the plate for the first time today, Cardell Dick, the catcher. His first pitch of the season, high in towards his helmet, ducks out of the way for ball one. A lot of eye-level pitches from Colin Linder, who stays on the mound to start the top of the third. 1-0. Cracked in, immediately foul back. Cardell Dick taking the place of Brody Sexton, who was the catcher yesterday. An errant throw towards third base as New Contradas was taking the bag, led to the Sun Devils' first run of the season. 1-1 towards Dick. It bounces off his left wrist, and he'll take first base on the hit by pitch.
Yeah, I think it went inside, got the Evo shield on the left elbow, and I think that's why we hear a little bit of Sun Devil faithful jeers. Not happy with it, maybe thinks he leaned into it, and I think we'll see Willie Bloomquist as well come talk to Jason Rogers behind the plate to see if maybe they can talk about it, see if they leaned into it.
They're still talking right now. Bloomquist and the black cap, the maroon bill, black top, and white pants will go back towards the dugout, and now the umpires will converge to talk about this.
I think Eric Peterson, the second base umpire, is the guy who Rogers is going to look for. He's standing right behind the second base bag. He's going to have the view to see if that elbow maybe snuck out there and see if Bloomquist has got a good point. Let's just wait and see.
1 ball, 1 strike, no outs here in the top of the third. Sun Devils up 1-0. Colin Linder on the mound, dealing to Cardell Dick, the first batter of this third inning. As the ball went off of Dick's left arm, Bloomquist trying to argue that he leaned into it. Bloomquist is still out of the Sun Devils dugout right now.
Looks like he's going to challenge it now. They've convened and said that he's there, and here comes the challenge.
First challenge of the day for either side, as a couple of the umpires will go over towards the replay monitor down the third base line to take a look at this.
It's going to be a tough one as well. I mean, it was just a fastball in on the hands, and it's hard to say sometimes whether a hitter leans into it or not, because you see a ball coming at you at 90 miles an hour here, you're going to want to move. This natural reaction, especially with a guy who's ready to go up there and swing, the elbow is going to move no matter what in baseball. So it's going to be a tough one, I think, to overturn. I would lean on the side of Omaha on this one, but who knows? We'll have to see what the replay booth says about it.
Regardless, it will be an interesting decision for Omaha, who has only reached base twice today. First with Jackson Trout with a single that scooped out towards left field before Trout was tagged at first. That ended the first part of this game. And then the second one with Joey Craig, who walked in the second. Omaha has found a couple of people getting to first base, but not any farther. Even for Arizona State, they've struggled today. Nobody on the bases outside of Matt Polk rounding them with a solo shot in the bottom of the second.
I think the one takeaway here is no matter what happens, Linder once again missing up and in. Everything's been up. So I wonder, going through that second time in the lineup, because if you do get to Cornelli after the result of this challenge, maybe you start going to that off-speed pitch. These hitters thinking, okay, it's going to go up, and then you start throwing the off-speed stuff that's going to break down into the zone if they see it up, and then you can start throwing it middle and down and out and get some swings.
So the umps are still looking at this play. One of them talking with Cohen Nikolai, playing some catch with Colin Linder, the starting pitcher today. Another one talking with Omaha's Evan Porter, who's currently down the third base line.
It's a longer review than I thought it would be as well.
Yeah.
Maybe just trying to soak in the sun a little bit. It's a beautiful day here in the valley, just maybe relax, take a step on the monitor, have some conversation. But a nice day at the ballpark. Like you said, though, a lot of fans trickled in. especially after last night's performance. It was a little cold, it's good weather, and I think we're about to have an answer here on the replay.
So after review, Dick will stay at first. So no lean in from Cardell Dick, the junior catcher, as he gets to first base in his first at bat of the season. To the baseman of the order we go, Eduardo Cornelli, the second baseman, now at the plate. The freshman batting, well, it's technically right, but he'll be batting left in this at bat. Linder deals, bunt shown, and it is fouled back a little bit down the third base line.
It doesn't shock me to see the bunt there. See Zavorik creep in a little bit on the front side of the clay. But bottom of the lineup, like you alluded to before, Mavericks haven't got anything past first base. So if you can move that leadoff runner into scoring position, back to the top of the lineup.
Cornelli showing bunt again. This one fluttered back right towards Linder, who collects it between the mound and home plate. One down.
It's the one thing you can't do when you're throwing a sacrifice bunt up. Just a freshman mistake from Cornelli. Bunt it, got underneath it, and you bunted it back to the pitcher. The two no-nos. And now that runner doesn't move over. Top of the lineup now up. But Diggins and Zapay are the two guys here for the Mavericks if they want to score. These are the two guys that can do it.
Chase Diggins grounded out to second to start this one. First pitch up high. Nikolai thought about throwing towards first, but instead throws back towards his pitcher. 1 ball, 0 strike, 1 out. Top of the third. Sun Devils up 1-0. Omaha with the runner on first. Diggins at the plate. Red bat with a blue band. It goes once again high and in. Diggins backs away, doesn't get contact.
Just not following through on the pitches, releasing a little too early. Just need to follow it down. These hitters are going to start being patient and catch those mistakes. So when you fall down 2-0, you have to attack the hitter, and that's when the hitters decide to attack back.
2-0. This time, Linder fires it into the zone. 94 off the hand. So you've got Dick on first base, creeping up a little bit. Throw towards home. Another fiery pitch in by Linder. 93 off the bat as Cornelli goes swinging and missing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out from a mostly sunny Phoenix Municipal Stadium. Linder deals, and another high swing and a miss as Diggins heads back to the dugout. Second strikeout of the day for Linder.
Yeah, nice job there from Linder to bounce back. However, the last 2 pitches yet again up in the zone. That one, however, clock on the scoreboard showed 97 out of the hand. He topped 96 in the fall. Linder showing that he's got the high heat stuff.
Henry Zapay back at the plate. Bright yellow bat stays put for his first pitch. Ball number 1. Henry Zapay flying out towards New Contradas. Just a slight dink off the bat. 1-0. Fired in, strike number 1. Speaking of Contradas, his heels are on the edge of the infield. Expecting another short ball, maybe something long from Henry Zapay. 1-1. Pitch down low, check swing, and he went. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sun Devils up 1-0, trying to get out of this third inning.
See a shift here as well. Zavorik started to run over to second, and he kind of retreats back, and he's playing short.
1-1 to the plate. It's ripped out towards right. Going back towards the corner is Toigo, and it drops foul. Close towards that right field line, a little bit in the shade, covered by the Coors Light Devil Deck. But it went out of play. Sun Devils, danger averted momentarily.
Scary swing off the bat off of Zapay. I mean, this guy was the Summit League Player of the Year last year, led the league in average at 384, and he almost got a hold of that one. The Sun Devils played the shift right. However, they did shade to the right. Just luckily it fell foul for the Devils.
1-2. Linder to Zapay. Out of the zone. And Zapay stays alive. Henry Zapay, a man that can play really anywhere in the field right now, coming over from Iowa Western Community College. Another grad student out here today. 2-2. Cracked out towards right. Contradas rolling back. Can't get to it. Base hit. Here comes Dick rolling over towards third, and he will slide in safely. Another single for the Mavericks as Henry Zapay finds the base for the first time today.
Good job from Zapay to even back the count. And you almost called it perfectly, too. Contradas heels on the grass, and it almost worked out for him. Ball goes to the right, and Toiga threw a dart over towards third, and Mutsaritis cut it off. I don't like the cutoff there, maybe just trying to play it safe, but I think they had a shot at third. Toiga made a strong throw. It's tough for the Devils, and now got some trouble in the bags.
Jackson Trout at the plate right now. Sees the ball down for ball one. Trout, who already has reached base today with a single in the first. Dick on third, and Zapay on first. 1-0. In for strike number one. 94 as Linder continues to deal here on this Saturday afternoon. His pitch count now up to 44. 1:47 local time as Linder steps off the bag, and
pitch clock came in. Now the count moving to 2-1.
Pitch clock violation on Linder on the mound. Two-tone mound today here at Muni. Light inner part, darker outer part. 2-1. Chopped over the canopy again, fouled. Not too many foul balls inside of the ballpark today as people have settled into their seats. Top of the third, Sun Devils up 1-0, trying to get out of this inning. Omaha has a tying run 90 feet away. Jackson Trout at the plate. Colin Linder on the mound. Here's the pitch. It goes right down the middle, and it's a base hit. Dick heads home, and Zapay goes towards second. It's 1-1 here from Phoenix. 2 for 2 day for Trout as we're back to square one.
It all goes back to that pitch clock violation, too. Instead of it being 1-1, pitch clock violation makes it 2-1. You have to attack the hitter. You go after him with a fastball, get the foul ball, but now he's seen that pitch. Now you have to go right back at him at 2-2, or 90 feet away, and he sends it right back to where it came from. Left it right over the harder plate, Linder did, and got sent right back to him.
Tyler Bishop now at the plate. Linder looking back at second, takes a second glance, now throws towards home, and delivers a strike towards Tyler Bishop, who has now been at the plate in 3 innings. Started out in the first, where Jackson Trout got tagged out at first. And the second flew out towards Dean Toigo in right. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Sensational swing, but couldn't get any contact.
It's a big pop of the club behind the dish, too, from Nikolai. That one only 93, but that ball looked like the fastest pitch Linder's thrown today.
Another timeout, another pitch clock violation again from Linder. So it moves to 1-2.
It's the third one of the afternoon for Linder.
Linder with his red glove, staring down at home. The pitch is topped, fouled, and it goes into the right field bleachers and takes a bounce towards some kids who were able to pick it up.
Always wonder about the scrums on the concourse from the kids. I think about 4 of them went after it. I don't know who came away the lucky winner, but someone's got a souvenir.
1-2, 2 outs. Tied at 1, top of the third. Linder looking back at second. Now dealing towards home. Another high-flying pitch right in towards Bishop. Ducks out of the way.
That one was a curveball. He just didn't get over top of it and around it. You could see it right out of his hands. Just didn't flip the wrist. Had to call pulling at the light switch to make sure you get over top and get as much vertical break on it. Instead, he left it around and left it in.
2-2. Hard contact fouled again over the shielding into right. Omaha has the go-ahead run in scoring position, trying to make its first lead of this series. 1-1, top of the third. Linder just trying to get out of it. 2-2, a look back towards second, back towards first. The pitch is outside. Pitches continuing to accrue for Colin Linder in his first start at Arizona State. 48 today so far. Three-two. Up it goes over Nikolai's glove, and the runners will advance a base. And Bishop will walk.
And just an all-around great at-bat from Bishop. You see the off-speed pitch that he didn't get around. You know he's probably going to come back with a fastball, able to foul it back. And then now you're on the fastball. You got to go back to the off-speed stuff as it goes down and out. You're able to draw the walk because he has to go back to his fastball. That's his bread and butter. Leaves it up and run the bags.
First meeting of the day for Jeremy Accardo, the pitching coach here at Arizona State. Talking it over with Linder, who transferred to Arizona State last year, but redshirted due to injury. A big moment here, trying to flesh out an Arizona State lineup that lost a lot of key pitchers from last season, including Ben Jacobs, amongst others. At the plate right now, Mason Gaines, the right fielder, who struck out. Big moment in this game, big moment in the series, as the infield, Nikolai and Linder will disperse. A righty on lefty battle, top of the third, tied at 1, Omaha with the bases loaded. Linder still on the mound for ASU. His first pitch is high and just above the strike zone.
I think we're going to see a couple of Sun Devils start moving towards the back. No one throwing yet, but doing some high knees far in the back underneath the pavilion.
1-0. To the plate, also fluttering high. Runners will stay at their bases. Zavorik and Contreras doing a shift towards the edge of the infield. Zavorik a little bit close towards second. Contreras directly between second and first. 2-0, 2 outs. The pitch, Gaines fouls it back. Mason Gaines looking for the perfect pitch on this Saturday afternoon. Omaha looking to avoid going 0-2 to start 2026. 2-1. Gaines rips this bounce towards Contreras. Contreras throw towards first, offline, but it gets in time. Dominic Smaldino reaching over to right, gets the ball, and the Sun Devils will get out of the third inning, but not before Jackson Trout gets an RBI single to tie this one at 1 apiece. Bottom of the third is coming up right after this on Blaze Radio. Bottom of the third here for Phoenix Municipal. Arizona State breaking the deadlock in the second. Omaha responds with a run of its own in the third. We're tied at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the third. Mihir, Sinhasen, Riley, Kelton back with you on the Blaze Sports YouTube page as PJ Mutsaritas, batting 9th, will take the bat for the first time today. His first pitch is seen in, down for a ball. PJ Mutsaritas, one of the multiple transfers coming into Arizona State this season, over from Cal. 1-0. This one just outside, again by Drew Iverson, who stays on the mound. Iverson with the black glove, back towards its face, brings it down to a pitch. Just hangs in for a strike.
I think that strike should be credited to Cardell Dick back there on the outer half, framed it very nicely.
2-1. Mutsaritas takes another strike, no swing. Taps his chest, points towards the dugout, makes sure he's taking accountability there. Rather, it will be credited as a ball. 3-1. Cracked down the middle. It's a base hit for Mutsaritas, who will set up shop at first. Iverson ducked out of the way. Neither Diggins nor Cornelli could get to it. And the Devils start off the bottom of the third with the hit.
Yeah, Iverson, the last 2 pitches before, then go outside, go inside, and then you go right down the middle. Just a mistake, and Mutsaritas 3 for 4 yesterday. And now, early on, 1 for 1. He was a great transfer from Cal. Going into last year, was the number 19 shortstop in all of college baseball. And Willie Bloomquist is happy to have him here in Tempe.
Landon Hairston back at the plate. We're back to the top of the order for Arizona State. First pitch, Hairston snaps it foul. Went directly up in the air, but still had the velocity to carry out of the stadium. Not in the direction he wanted it, though. Hairston batting .400 in this season after striking out in the first. Another pitch towards the plate, 0-1. Goes down for a strike. That was very low to the ground. But again, the frame works in favor of the Mavericks.
Iverson came with a slider there, and it dipped down like you said. I think once again, Dick, a great frame to get that inside and low strike off the off-speed pitch on the lefty-lefty matchup.
0 balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs. The pitch towards home. Hairston chops it down into the infield. Trying to pick it up is Cornelli. He can't get it in time. Traffic on the base paths works well again for Arizona State. Cornelli trying to sift his way through within Iverson, and then also the running Mutsaritas, and the Sun Devils have 2 people on the base paths.
Just a tough break for Iverson. You get the weak ground ball, perfect execution, slider in, and then you go fastball out, get the weak contact, and it's just a little too far outside of your reach, and then on top of it, in no man's land between Cornelli, Trout, and Iverson in between second base, and a speedy Hairston beats it out at first.
First pitch for Beckett Zavorik, skied foul. Zavorik flew out to center field in his first at-bat of the day. Sun Devils with 2 consecutive hits to start off this third inning, tripling their hit total today. The other one in the second inning, a solo shot from Matt Polk. 0-1, runners taking off, throw towards third, and both runners are in safe. Dick threw over towards Cepeda at third, and sneaking past right behind him was PJ Mutsaritas, sliding in time. Sun Devils have 2 players in scoring position.
That's just heads-up baseball there. First and second, lead runner at second, first baseman's going to crash the bunt. However, coaches realize that third baseman's creeped in. If you square the bunt around, he's charging. Easy free bag, and that's exactly what was happening. Nobody was able to cover third, and now 2 runners in scoring position.
Zavorik sees his pitch high for a ball. Big moment here for Drew Iverson, Riley.
And he's got a tough part of the lineup to deal with, too. 2-1 count to the 2-hole hitter, a big power bat, and Toigo on deck, and Contrada is an electric factory standing on the first step.
2 balls, 1 strike, 0 outs. Zavorik check swings. He went. Off-speed pitch from Iverson, 2-2 on this Saturday afternoon at 2:02 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
If you just put something on the ground here, Drew Zavorik on the right side, do your job, take the lead.
2-2 pitch. Iverson a nod towards home. The pitch is lifted into left, and it drops down for a base hit. Mutsaritas heads home. And you also have Hairston going in towards third. RBI single for Beckett Zavorik. Sun Devils up 2-1 in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, that's way better than just putting the ball on the right side and doing your job. You lace one to left field on a line, you move the runner to third, you get to go to first, and you put a run on the board. Nice job from Zavorik with 2 strikes to stay patient, see it on the inner half, and pull it that way.
So the Sun Devils now with a chance to potentially create a run off of this, but Evan Porter will visit the mound before that happens. Sparkling the black cap, the black hoodie, and the gray pants, talking it over with Drew Iverson in his first start of the season. No pitching changes so far. A little bit of warm-up in both dugouts as this game has gone on. But Evan Porter and Willie Bloomquist have been confident in their starters today.
And not surprising to see it either. First weekend, you want to have these guys on a shorter leash, get some other guys in too, because this one, it's time to let these guys earn their spots. Show them what they can do, but at the same time, when they're in trouble, all right, let's find out who can come from the bullpen, who can be that shutdown guy when it gets to April and May, and you're in conference play, playing for tournaments, and trying to make your way to Omaha. If you're Omaha, stay home.
Why not? Hometown trip. Arizona State on the other side as Dean Toigo enters the ring. Trying to start the season with Omaha, trying to end the season in Omaha. Hoping 2026 can be the year of a full circle. Toigo's first pitch is bloopered, fouled, back and out of the stadium. Dean Toigo, one of the veteran leaders, the Mountain West Player of the Year last season at UNLV. A man that is no stranger to facing Arizona State, no stranger to playing in this ballpark as well. 0-1. Toigo swing and a miss with his bright blue bat. Again, tapping his chest, taking accountability. This team has talked about being tight-knit. They've talked about chomping at the bit, getting ready to go to start off this season. 0 balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs. Hairston on third, Zavorik on first for ASU. Toigo's pitch, and home plate umpire Jason Rogers calling time before anything could happen. So the ball is credited towards Toigo. Pitch clock violation on Iverson.
To be honest with you, he might be lucky it was just a pitch clock violation because he threw a fastball right over the heart of the plate.
2-1. Sun Devils up in the third inning. Toigo chops this foul as it was Zavorik running towards second, trying to steal that base. Sun Devils up by 1, trying to create some sort of an advantage. It's been a blow-for-blow sort of game right now. Sun Devils get a run in the second. Omaha responds with a run of its own in the top of the third. The Sun Devils have done the same in the bottom. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 0 outs. Toigo at the plate, fired high. That's a good catch by Cardell Dick to make sure it didn't go into the backstop.
You said it, an underrated save behind the dish. That gets by. High fastball, I might have hit the netting. It's not going to skip off that back padding if it was a lower pitch. And it would have been an easy wild pitch and score from Hairston at third.
Dean Toigo back at the plate. The pitch is inside. Zavorik takes off towards second and steals it. Dick was able to get the throw in time. Ball bounced in front of the plate as it was scooped up by Diggins. So full count, and the Sun Devils have 2 players in scoring position, up 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. ASU trying to start off 2-0 once again. Did so last year, sweeping Ohio State. Trying to get a similar vibe today. Full count. Toigo sees it out. Ball 4. Bases are loaded for ASU.
Looks like that's going to be the end of the line, as well as Evan Porter walks out the dugout, motions to the bullpen, and it's going to be a tough task to ask for anyone to come out of this bullpen, face New Contradas in the 4 spot with bases loaded.
Bases loaded for Arizona State. No outs in the bottom of the 3rd, as Drew Iverson will hit the showers on this Saturday afternoon. Called up the bullpen, the first one of the day, and it's responsible with Omaha and the Omaha Mavericks. As that happens, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for more on Blaze Radio. Bottom of the 3rd, no outs, as Omaha makes its first pitching change of the day, as Drew Iverson heads out after 3.0 innings pitched, and Michael Saul heads into the game. New Contradas will take the bats and take the plate again for Arizona State after flying out to center field. This is a much bigger moment, though, for Contradas and the Sun Devils. Bases loaded, up 2-1, bottom of the 3rd, no outs. It is still a blank canvas for Arizona State. First pitch, seen in for a strike. Michael Saul, the 6'2" sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska, decided to stay in his hometown city. Played baseball at Creighton Preparatory School. Oh, 1. Just hung outside for a ball. 1-1. Contradas continuing to fight after an electric day last night. 2 for 4, including 2 stolen bases, which led to the first run of 2026 for ASU. 1-1 pitch. Contradas lifts it into left, going back towards the track, going towards the wall. It is gone! New Contradas, the Electric Factory, pulls a grand slam. The first of its kind for ASU in 2026. And the Sun Devils open up the floodgates. 6-1 they lead in the bottom of the third.
Just a tough spot for Michael Saul to come in, a guy who didn't play at all last year for these Mavericks. He makes his first appearance with bases loaded against one of the best, if not the best hitter on this Sun Devil squad in Contreras. He's been hot at the dish, continues it with a nice lining shot to left field to clear the bases for the Devils.
Hairston, Zavorik, and Toigo round the bases along with new Contreras. Dominic Smaldino now at the plate, swings and misses for a strike. It seemed like it was coming for a while, Riley. The Sun Devils team was heating up.
Yeah, they've been patient at the dish. This entire inning, it's been really, really good at bats all the way around through the first 5 hitters.
0-1, Smaldino towers this in towards left, towards Omaha's dugout, and it is caught by Henry Zapay. He was rolling over towards that side to get it along with Dick, who was falling down in the instance. 1 down.
Yeah, these infield pop-ups are the hardest thing, in my opinion, to catch in baseball. Pop-up into the sun for Zapay running, and then Cardell Dick is running the opposite way, and it's tailing all over the place. Tough play, but a nice job to communicate between the third baseman and the backstop to make the grab. Wasn't the prettiest, but they got the job done.
Getting the job done, that's what Omaha needs to do to get out of this inning. In a 5-run hole right now, as Cardell Dick has taken off his face guard and his helmet. Looking to readjust it after taking that fall in the dirt. 2 home runs today for Arizona State, up 6-1 in the bottom of the third. New Contreras hit the first, or rather the second one, just moments ago. Matt Polk, who is back at the dish, had the first one. His first pitch saunters down for a ball. Matt Polk, the graduate who has a lot of experience in college baseball, specifically with Vanderbilt. 1-0, 1 out. Polk swings and misses. Tapered off the top part of the bat into the backstop. The 5'11", 192-pound junior from Long Beach, California. His former head coach, Tim Corbin, called him a fixture in our facility. Wants to be around the game of baseball all the time as he takes the 1-1 pitch high for ball 2.
It's a guy I think is going to make a difference for this Sun Devil squad as well. You get a guy coming from a powerhouse like Vanderbilt. You're trying to reestablish it here in the desert. And
2-1. Polk rips this towards left down the third base line, and it just goes foul. Heavy contact. Would have been at least 2 bases, but Polk will have to straddle his way back towards home plate.
But even something like that, we already saw him put one into the opposing bullpen, and now he rips one down the line. Unfortunately foul, but it's a guy who hit .316 in his last year back in 2024 with Vanderbilt. Medically redshirted last year, but he played 124 games for the Commodores. And to do that at that school that early on in your career, it's impressive, and now he gets to take that experience and leadership here in the desert.
2-2. Polk saucers this, fouled, and over the canopy it goes again. The umpteenth time it's happened today. The Sun Devils eager to get on the bats, as we've seen multiple times on this Saturday afternoon. Much better weather from last night's home opener. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Devils up by 6. Polk lifts this towards left. Sky high, back it goes towards the track. Just a little bit shy of it. It's Lewis to make the catch.
Going back to that home run from Contreras that he just hit the grand slam at that. Trackman tracked it at 366 feet. Landed in the opposing bullpen, so didn't sneak out by too much, but got just enough of it to get it up and out of here.
Dominic Longo now in the dish once again. Walked in the second. His first pitch, thought about the check swing, didn't go. Takes it out for ball number 1. The Sun Devil side has been energized, if you will, in this third inning. 1-0. Longo will take another ball as it skips towards the dirt. Started off with a single by P.J. Moutsouridis. Then Hairston and Zavorik followed, along with Dean Toigo, who walked. 2-0. Swing and a miss from Longo. And after a pitching change, which saw starter Drew Iverson head of the bench, new Contreras, the spearhead of the offense, if you will, came in and launched a grand slam just past the left field fence. 2-1, down and away for Longo. Already one walk today, 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Close to doing so again. Saul delivers. Longo lifts this in towards left center, and it drops for a base hit. Longo will retreat back towards first as Craig scoops it up for the cutoff.
You get yourself in a 3-1 count. I mean, it's easy. You have to attack the hitter, and he just loops one right into center field. And now Cohen Nikolai is the only hitter for this Devils squad who hasn't stepped in the box for this inning, and he's stepping in it right now. But every hitter has seen at least 3 pitches along, and most of them saw 5+. You're running pitch counts up. You're seeing more pitches. You're getting comfortable. You're being patient. You're waiting for that perfect pitch, and the Sun Devils have certainly struck in this inning.
Cohen Nikolai flew out to center in the second. His first pitch seen down and away. Another catch again from Cardell Dick, who is leaning over towards his right, stopped it with his left glove. 6 runs today for ASU, 6 hits as well. Only 1 run today for Omaha. That's the difference so far, mainly due to Contreras' grand slam just moments ago. 1-0, Hardy hack, swing and a miss from Nikolai. Nikolai has yet to get on base today, but made a great defensive play in the first inning, scooping up the ball, throwing it over towards first, and tagging Jackson Trout out on the bag. That was Omaha's first hit of the day, the game's first hit of the day as well. 1-1 into the strike zone. Just barely.
I think that goes right back in that department of Dick with a good job framing the pitches on the outer half. You could see he reached out just a little bit, dragged it back last second to catch it on the corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch is lifted in the left, another base hit, as the Sun Devils will move over towards third, and it will be Nikolai over towards first. Longo 90 feet away from home plate. The Sun Devils have completed the order, still in the bottom of the third inning, still up 6-1. PJ Moutsouridis is now back at the dish.
And that one again was just another mistake. You're up 1-2. You just hit it on the outer half of the plate. You see Nikolai just look at it, shake his head, say he doesn't like it. You should attack that again or throw a slider that starts in that corner and breaks out to get him the chase because he's protecting with 2 strikes. Instead, you go inner half of the plate. He turns on it and drills it on a line through the 5-6 hole. Runner was in motion, so yet again, Devils another run 90 feet away.
Ducks in the corners, too, as Saul will step off his mound momentarily, wearing the black long sleeves and black socks as well with the gray uniform. First pitch by Moutsouridis is tapped towards left, skied over, and caught on the run by Lewis. An incredible third inning for the Sun Devils. 5 runs in total, capped off by New Contreras with a grand slam, his first home run of 2026. Omaha has a lot of work to do as we head to the top of the 4th on Blaze Radio. Top of the fourth, Omaha down 6-1 here on this Saturday afternoon at Phoenix Municipal Stadium. Here's Sinhasen, Riley, Kelton, back with you in East Phoenix. Good day so far for Colin Linder, who stays on the mound, going up against Omaha's Craig. Craig will take the first pitch high for ball number 1. Joey Craig, from a scorebook perspective, has not technically had an at-bat today, but he did walk in the second. 1-0. Craig sees us in for strike number 1.
For Linder, this is the perfect opportunity early on in the year. He struggled with the location up in the zone all day today. Now you have a little bit of room to work on it here.
Another pitch, swing and a miss from Craig. Count goes to 1-2.
That's exactly what I want to see from him as well. You've been missing up, so let's find the off-speed down. These hitters are setting their sights. They know you're missing up, so if you can get them chasing when they think it's going to go middle and let the bottom fall out of it and get the swings and misses, that's exactly what you need.
1-2, another pitch, whisked outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs. Omaha at the plate, top of the fourth. Mavericks down 6-1 to the Sun Devils. Craig unwinds and chops this foul down the third base line. This was a blow-for-blow game until the bottom third, where the Sun Devils tacked on 5 runs. 4 of them courtesy of New Contradas with the grand slam into Omaha's bullpen, just past the left field fence. Timeout was taken by Cohen Nikolai and his pitcher Colin Linder. First time working together, Nikolai coming in from Oregon. 2-2. This one tapped towards right, skied over towards Toigo, near the right field line, but he leans in to make the catch.
Fighting the sun as it went into his glove as well. He was camped out under, shielding his face the entire time, and last second, a little bit of a jump to catch the ball. It's a nice job to track it all the way in. It's tough out there in the outfield.
Hayden Lewis, now at the dish. 1 down here in the top of the fourth. Lewis had a lot of action in that third inning. First pitch for him, seen down for a ball. 77 miles per hour off of Colin Linder today. Starter who's remained at the dish. 1-0. Out it goes.
Even though those were 2 balls right there, I love the sequence. You go righty on lefty matchup. You try to backdoor him with the curveball on the first pitch. Down on the dirt, that's where you want to miss it, and then fastball out just to get the corner. Not bad pitches, though.
2-0. Lewis skewers this foul. This time towards the left field line, third base line, but nonetheless out of the stadium. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Omaha at the plate, down 6-1. Lewis, another one foul back. This one more directional towards the stands.
2 fastballs, late behind it. He's got a little bit of contact on it, so maybe you slow him down, try to catch him up. You sped up his hands. Maybe you could backdoor him here.
2-2. Hard swing and a miss. And Lewis heads back to the dugout, now 0-2 today.
You could backdoor him, or you could just throw it again right on the inside of the hands. He swung right past it, right over top of it. Great spot.
So now Cardell Dick heads to the plate for the second time today. Had a hit by pitch which started Omaha's run, which eventually led them to tie this one at 1 apiece. His first pitch in the fourth is seen down for a ball. It was a hit by pitch. It was a lengthy review from the umpires to see whether or not he leaned into contact as it went off of his left forearm, but it seemed like it was natural, and he ended up rounding the bases. 1-0. This one chopped down towards third, just past a bending Zavorek as it goes into the outfield. A base hit for Cardell Dick. Second time he has reached base today. We'll see if that goes off an error from Zavorik, as right now it seems like it will go as a hit.
Yeah, they just marked it down as a hit on the book. One that was straight at him. It was hit very hard by Dick, and it just caught the clay and hopped over top of Zavorik. He went to flipped his glove around, and it just hopped over top of his head. Tough break, tough bounce. That's what happens sometimes when you play on the real clay. That's why we see some teams go to the artificial turf.
Eduardo Corneli at the plate. Sees his first pitch. Another curveball by Linder, 77 miles per hour. Zavorik remaining out at third base. One of the new guys out there this season. 1-0. This one seen a little bit out. Zavorik, not new to Arizona State. He was on Willie Bloomquist's side last season. He is new to third base as Contreras has shifted over to second. 2 balls, 0 strikes, 2 outs. Omaha down 6-1. Dick on first base. Linder fires towards first. Dick will stay in that area.
Linder on the back pick, too, with a sidearm throw over to first. Interesting to see that. Sometimes you see pitchers when they throw over top to first, even on a routine ground ball, they make wide throws, and Linder opts to go to the side.
2-0. This one towards home is in for a strike. Corneli continuing to fight. Flew out right towards Linder in the third inning. Tried to lay down a bunt, and it went right towards the pitcher. Not exactly what he drew up there. 2-1. Corneli sees this for a strike. Just grazed the outer part of the strike zone.
For Linder, I mean, it looks like just so effortless to throw 93, 94 on these last few pitches. Just working with ease right now.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Corneli at the plate sees another ball out, and we move to full count. Sun Devils backing up in the infield. Contreras on the edge. Lutzeritis will do the same. Zavorik also going back towards the edge. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the fourth, and it is fouled away by Corneli. Dick was taken off towards second, trying to steal.
Got 2 away, full count. Runner's going to be in motion again right after this. So now, if you're Linder and the infield, you know that out at second's not going to happen. You got to body it up, make the throw to first.
Corneli, another high pitch by Linder, and it's ball 4. 2 runners on the base paths for the Mavericks as Corneli reaches the base for the first time today.
Just a good at bat from the bottom of the lineup. 2 away. You send it back to the top. You send it back to your 2 better hitters. You can get it back to Zappe. And Diggins in the leadoff spot, and you got 2 runners aboard as well for him. As looks like Carter's going to come out again and talk to Linder.
Jeremy Accardo took over the pitching coaching role from Sam Peraza last season. Peraza still on Arizona State's coaching staff, but in a more senior role, working with recruiting and trying to bring players to the Valley to play for Willie Bloomquist, who is now extended into 2028. Accardo will walk away in his black t-shirt with the maroon Devils lettering on the front, wearing white pants and black shoes.
Devils got action in the bullpen. I don't know how good my eyesight is, but it kind of looks like a 39 warming up, which would be Ryan Caruso, the freshman. If we get there, it could be a good spot for him with a little bit of a lead to let him work on things, see how he does in his debut, but that's just for the moment.
Chase Diggins back at the plate. Ball saunters down. Count to 1-0. Diggins leading off the lineup today. Grounded out to second in the first, struck out in the third. Omaha down 6-1 against Arizona State, top of the fourth. This one chopped over towards short. Lutzeritis scoops it towards Contreras, and that will end the fourth inning. No runs surrendered by Arizona State, up by 5 as we head to the bottom of the fourth here on Blaze Radio. Bottom of the fourth here from Phoenix Municipal Stadium, where the Sun Devils take the top of the order, up 6-1 on Omaha, looking to move to 2-0 for the fourth time in 5 years. Mihir, Sinhasen, Riley, Kelton back with you in East Phoenix. A 70-degree sunny day in the valley. Picturesque for most people listening or watching this broadcast, as Landon Hairston will chop this out towards second, picked up and scooped to first in time. Corneli to Trout goes 4-3, one down.
Aggressive swing, hard off the bat, just got on top of it and around it. Right to him. Sometimes it's the way the ball falls. But back to what you're saying, I mean, a beautiful day here. Way better than last night. We saw people in the valley breaking out the puffer jackets last night. And it was only 50-something.
Beckett Zavorik at the plate, showing bunt, draws it away, strike number one. In fairness to people in the valley, it feels like whenever there is a chance of rain, people are going to bring out some sort of jacket.
I was with them. I was freezing here last night. It was so cold.
0-1, fluttered high, almost at eye level for Beckett Zavorik, who received 26 at-bats last season for Willie Bloomquist's side. But Bloomquist and ASU knew that he was going to be a building block into this season. 1-1, Zavorik pops this high down the first base line, goes over ASU's dugout, and will go into the seatbacks right behind it.
Yeah, but just going back to Zavorik last year, only 26 at-bats, but in those at-bats, 10 of 26 had a 448 OBP, came in as the number 77 shortstop in the country, 13th in California, which we know there's a farm load of talent down there, or over there. I guess it's not down, but it's a strong player, and he's going to be a big part of the squad.
1-2 down in the dirt for Zavorik. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Sun Devils up 6-1 on Omaha, courtesy of a 5-run third inning, capitalized off a new Contradas grand slam. Michael Saul currently on the mound. That was his first at-bat, 2-2. This one skips towards the dirt, nearly controlled by Dick. That's a tough position for Michael Saul to be. Coming in, playing for your hometown team, you give up a grand slam that opens up the floodgates. Since then, pretty good. Full count. Zavorik chops this towards second, scooped up by Diggins with his left hand. Throw over towards first in time, 2 down.
Once again, Diggins squared up right to him, and last second hit the lip of the grass and went to his left side, adjusted very nicely, felt it off his left leg. Easy fire throw to first and made it look perfect.
Dean Toigo back at the plate. It's been a ground out to second, a ground out to short, and now Toigo at the plate for ASU. First pitch in for a strike. That's how the fourth inning has gone for Arizona State. Michael Saul settling into this game right now. Contradas aside. He's given up 3 hits. And then he's also been around the block as Toigo Baltimore chops this down the first base line. Scooped up by Saul, wins the foot race, and gets the tag at first base. A nice play by Michael Saul settling in as we have a scoreless fourth inning here from Phoenix Municipal Stadium. Sun Devils still up 6-1 as we head to the 5th on Blaze Radio. Top of the 5th inning here from the base of the Papago Mountains. Arizona State hosting Omaha up 6-1 as the Mavericks retake the bats. It'll be Henry Zippe to start off this frame as Arizona State has a new pitcher on the mound in Josh Butler. Butler wearing number 32 with a black glove, still rocking the black cap like the rest of his teammates. Unwinds his first pitch. Down and in for a strike, or rather for a ball. Josh Butler entering that lineup area. 1-0 is dinked away for a strike. Alex Overbay came in during the 6th inning in relief of Cole Carlone last night to help out the Sun Devils. Zippe will stand and will take the 1-1 pitch out towards center where it's caught by Longo. 1 down.
Yeah, Butler, a guy throwing sinker, changeup, and slider mostly. You see a lot of guys who throw that sinker down like to combat it with a changeup to get these hitters off balance. Analytics say doesn't throw the fastball too often. He loves the ground ball. With a guy 6'7" frame, 230. Got a lot of downhill action. That sinker pairs nicely.
Jackson Trout back in the dish. He's 2 for 2 today. A single in the first, single in the third. First pitch, Trout gets in for a strike. Ball went off the glove of Nikolai, but the strike will still count. Josh Butler, a hometown kid, went to Sandra Day O'Connor High School, just half an hour up the road from here. 0-1. Down and away. Josh Butler, 6'7", 230 pounds. Bats right, throws right. Made 20 appearances out of the bullpen last season. 1-1. Also drifting down to the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out to Jackson Trout. Omaha at the bats. Down 6-1, top of the 5th. 2-1. Out it goes again. Butler targeting the lower right part of the zone, away from Trout. He's been doing that with little avail to start this at-bat.
And you'll see that too sometimes with the sinker. It's going to cut back in on these right-handed hitters. If you can hit the corner and let it tail in, just like that pitch did for a strike, you'll find your spots. And then you can start working inside, get them on the hands, and it'll cut right into their inner half of the bat. They'll create weak ground balls. And that's what he does. Sinker's coming at about 90 miles an hour.
Full count, Butler towing the rubber. Will drift it out. It's out towards Trout, scooped up by Contradas. Contradas to first in time. A lot of ground covered there by Contradas, moving over towards shortstop to get that. But it's 2 down.
Yeah, covered up so much ground. I put 6'3" in the book. However, Contrada has a nice job to stay down on the baseball. Work around. It's hard when your momentum's going right to shift it back over and throw it to first, especially as a second baseman. But he did a nice job doing it. Get Zippe down, and now let Trout step in the box.
Now it's Tyler Bishop who will take the box against Butler. Righty on righty matchup on this Saturday afternoon. First pitch in for a strike. As Butler started to find his spots in the zone that work well for him.
Let's say it was a slider right there. Look up at the Jumbotron, and it says it was 18 miles an hour. I think we misread that one.
This one floated in for a strike. This one is 80. That is 80 miles per hour.
It's more right.
0 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Omaha down 6-1. Butler deals, and it dips into the dirt well away from Bishop. Tyler Bishop flew out to right in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd, nothing in the 4th, back here in the 5th. 1-2. Bishop gets contact on it. Contradas rolling out towards right, sliding to get it. He can't. Toigo will get to it first. So a base hit going opposite way for Bishop. Breaks the shift, and he gets a hit.
I mean, exactly that. Does his job. A weak ground ball, it would have went straight to Contradas if he was playing straight up. However, the Sun Devils, the righty on righty, the sinker ball pitcher, I think analytically, all three guys on the left side of the infield would do his job. Instead, you go 4 straight sliders, and a nice job from Trout to go the opposite way, put it on the ground, and find the open hole.
Mason Gaines stepping in the box, showing bunt, backs away, takes a strike. Gaines struck out in the second, grounded out to second in the third. Back for his third AB of the day. 0-1. Gaines gets contact on it. Contradas there in his usual second base position. Gets it out to Smaldino. 4-3 ends the top of the 5th. Halfway through this one here from Phoenix Municipal Stadium, it's Sun Devils 6, Mavericks 1 as we head to the bottom on Blaze Radio.
Bottom of the 5th here at Phoenix Municipal Stadium. The Sun Devils leading the Omaha Mavericks 6-1. New Contradas, who started the parade off pretty much for the Devils with the grand slam last time around, will step back in the box to lead this inning. Happy to have you join us here on the Blaze Radio YouTube. Riley Kelton, Mihir Sinhasen joining us for the action. As Michael Saul remains on the mound, first pitch off speed at the hands for ball number 1 to Contradas. Contradas 1 for 2, that grand slam to left field into the opposing bullpen. As he drills one to left field on a line. However, right to Hayden Lewis for an easy out number 1.
If there's one thing Contradas has done well today, it's good contact. It's just about how much and where he's putting that ball. And yes, we talked about the grand slam, but a lot of these balls have just gone straight to the outfield, much like that one.
First at bat was a line out to center. Yesterday was 2 for 2, scored 3 times as well. 2 games in, he's certainly showing the potential that had him as a number 22 draft prospect last year. As Smaldino chases the first one, fouls it straight back for strike number 1. Smaldino 0 for 2 today. Back in the third, popped out in foul territory to Henry Zappe, who's playing the hot corner here for the Mavericks. Wells winds, fires, skied straight on back for strike number 2. 6-1 here between the Devils and the Mavericks. 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. Well, Saul, his first hitter he faced in collegiate baseball was Contradas, who hit that grand slam, and since then he's settled in. Though 2 on its way, fouled straight back again. We'll see another.
Smaldino today, he's been a guy that's just fought overall to try to get something going in his favor. He's definitely shown some good signs of contact, nothing massive so far.
Fires, and it's fired out into deep right center field, tracking back, up and over off the College World Series banners. Home run for Dominic Smaldino. Smaldino keeping the party going on in Phoenix Municipal Stadium. 7-1 Sun Devils over the Omaha Mavericks.
Well, I said it best. He had to do something massive, and he did. Just great contact off the bat, and it just carried enough.
Smaldino put every bit of that 6'6" frame and took it to the opposite field, trailing towards right center. Closer to center field, but still trailing on a line, showing the power he's got as the next pitch chased by Matt Polk for strike number 1. Polk's another guy who's had some hard contact here today. Hit a homer to lead off this game and scoring back in the second inning. Then lined out to left field in the third. 0-1, he drills it 2 seconds straight to Cornelli, caught on a line for out number 2. Sun Devils, 3 hitters in, loud contact all the way around.
Yeah, that's the one thing Willie Bloomquist has wanted out of the Sun Devils is really good approach. And sometimes that means sending it and being aggressive, as it is the case today. And sometimes it's about being a little bit more selective. Now, in a situation like this, you can try to push and get the run rule. So it doesn't hurt to be aggressive, but other times you want to be selective in those moments.
Send it up to Dominic Longo as he takes the first pitch upstairs. Out in center, Joey Craig, last second. Sort of taking off, shading a little bit towards right field. Not too much. Straight up and left. But Gaines and right's not really moved either. Next pitch taken in for ball number 2 to Longo. He's 1 for 1. Was stranded at third, back in the third. For the Devils, put up 5 runs in the inning. Walked on 4 straight pitches first time around. The 2-0 to him. Chased and fouled back. 2-1 now to the center fielder for the Devils. Beautiful sunny day here in Phoenix, Arizona. And for the home faithful, it's a beautiful result through 4 innings of play as the next one chased and missed by Longo. 2-2 now with 2 away.
And Longo, you take a look at the Arizona State history. Isaiah Jackson was that center fielder for a good chunk of these past few years. Was definitely a dynamic player.
2s all across the board. Now count runs full as Saul spikes it in the dirt. Longo trying to draw his second walk of the day, trying to get his second base hit of the day. Saul looking for that first strikeout of his collegiate career. Can he get it here? 3-2 on its way. Taken down in the dirt. Longo draws the walk. Now extend this inning to Cohen Nikolai.
Patient play there by Longo, realizing that he can see the corners well and be patient on his takes.
The backstop will step in to the box for the Devils. Guy in the 8 spot today for the home team. 1 for 2. Drilled a base hit between the 5-6 hole last time around. Lined out back in the second to center. Shown the defensive potential early on in this game back in the first. Back picked the runner at first to end the inning, and he half swings at the off-speed pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did, says Jason Starkovich. 0-1 now. So Longo stands at first. Saul comes set. Gives a look over to first. The pickoff attempt amounts to nothing. So 0-1 here to Nikolai. 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. 7-1 Sun Devils. Runner takes off. Pitch taken for a strike. Throw down. Not in time. That's a stolen base for Dominic Longo. Showing off the wheels. Just attempted 31 stolen bases last year. Got away with 22 of them at Utah Valley. Gets one here for the Devils.
A smart play, too, by Longo, stretching out his right hand, making sure he gets the bag just getting enough time so it wasn't a bang-bang play.
Runner now in scoring position here for the Devils. 2 away. Clyde an 0-2 count. 0-2 on its way, fouled straight on back. Clyde looking straight down at the back, deep breath. And this 0-2 count. Stares down the back, kicks it off the right foot. Steps in the box, ready to go. Saul staring him down. Checks back at second. Pitch on its way. Off speed down in the dirt. Taken by Nikolai. 1-2 now.
Going Nikolai again, showing that accountability, making sure he's ready for that next pitch to come in so he can get that big hit.
Seen a lot here with the Sun Devils. As soon as they get to 2 strikes, start hitting the chest. Trying to step up for their team. 1-2, taken down in the dirt again. Clyde jumps out of the box, anticipating for something in the zone here. First base is open, but it's 2-2, so it doesn't matter just yet. Longo, the man at second. 2-2 on its way, spiked in the dirt for a 3rd straight time. Instead, actually, Clyde takes on over to first. Guess that was a pitch behind as well. Actually, no, he's going to go right back to home plate. He realized it was 3-2. It's early on in the season. Mistakes happen. So he has to retreat his bat that was halfway thrown to the first base dugout. He gets right back into the box, steps back out, takes a swing. And he's ready to go here for the 3-2 pitch. 3 straight pitches thrown in the dirt by Saul. How does he respond here to 13 in black? 3-2 on its way. A 4th one in the dirt. That's ball 4 this time.
Again, right now for the Sun Devils, it's just about being patient. You can see how Saul has worked his way through this game. And, you know, we talked a lot about the Contreras home run, but ever since then he's been consistent. But, you know, a lot of these little mistakes are starting to pile up for Omaha. And now you've got 2 people on the base paths and another heavy hitter in PJ Mutsaritas back at the plate. This is when you have to lock in as a pitcher.
So Cardell Dick will go and talk to his pitcher. There is action in the bullpen here for Omaha. Getting these late game scenarios. Down 6 runs, 2 runners aboard, 2 away, a guy making his collegiate debut. See how far can he get the Mavericks? Can he get out of the jam? Got to face PJ Mutsaritas, the 9-hole hitter, rounding out the lineup for the Devils. 4 straight balls here for Saul, excuse me. Drilled to third, dropped by Zapay at third. A sidearm throw to second, not in time. And now the bases are loaded for the Devils. A rocket off the bat of Mutsaritas and just couldn't be corralled by Zapay. And it rolls back towards the end of the clay and just try to get the out at second, but amounts to nothing.
Well, that's the sort of power PJ Mutsaritas can bring, too. That was a tough grab by Zapay, and he just couldn't do it because the ball was hit very hard.
Haven't scored the play just yet, at least on the board in the outfield. They put it down as a hit so far, but bases loaded, ducks on the pond for Landon Harrison. Swings at the first pitch, down and in, over top of it. And they officially have ruled it as a single through the left side for Mutsaritas, so he moves to 2 for 3 on the day after a 3 for 4 night last night. Bases loaded here for the leadoff hitter for the Devils, and Harrison drills it to short. That one caught. Moving to his left was Diggins, and he saved 2 runs at least. So the Devils strand him loaded, but they get one off the bat of Dominic Smaldino. We're headed to the 6th inning here in Phoenix, Arizona on Blaze Radio. Top of the 6 here at the home of the Sun Devils, Phoenix Municipal Stadium. Devils on top 7-1 over the visiting Omaha Mavericks. Happy to have you join us here on the Blaze Sports YouTube channel. As it'll be Mason Gaines leading it off here for the Mavericks. Butler still on the mound. First pitch taken upstairs for ball number 1. Gaines 0 for 2 on the night, was 0 for 1 yesterday. Looking for that first hit of the season. 1-0 on its way. Off speed, doesn't catch the corner. 2-0 now to the right fielder for the Mavericks. Coming from Lincoln, Nebraska. Played 42 games from last year. Also pitches as well. As that one not corralled by Nikolai. Nonetheless, it's still a strike that catches the bottom of the zone. It's a .234 hitter last year. Drove in 24 runs. He stares down his bright electric blue and orange bat. 2-1 on its way. Off speed into the dirt. 3-1 here. Mavericks need this leadoff base runner. Not away here in the top of the 6.
Big moment here for the Sun Devils, too, as you try to close this one out. You got 4 frames, can do a lot.
That one taken for a strike. Count now runs full. For the Devils, it's important not to get too relaxed. Obviously, you have a 6-run cushion. You still want to put the pedal to the metal. As Butler has worked back and made the count full. Throws the next one down and out. Ball 4 to Gaines, and that is a leadoff base runner for the Mavericks, and that's a good way to start it here. You send it to Joey Craig.
That's a good sign, too, for Omaha. You can look at the scoreboard and realize you're 6 runs down, or you can take a look at the fact you have 4 innings left. You can chip away at this lead, and this all comes down to being consistent and being at the right place at the right time.
It's actually going to send it down to Hayden Lewis, who was working 1 hitter behind, so that was Joey Craig actually at the dish last time around. This time Lewis swings over top of it for strike number 1. So Joey Craig is the man at first, not Mason Gaines. The 0-1 drilled through that 3-4 hole. Runner from first, heading on over to third. The throw is going to third. It's cut off by Mutsaritis. And now runners at the corners here for the Mavericks after a leadoff walk and a follow-up single. So the backstop here for Omaha, Cardell Dick, will step in. He's reached both times. He's the lone run to score for the Mavericks after getting hit in the Evo shield on his left elbow. Next at bat, pushed one to the right side for a single. Was stranded at second. He's got 2 runners on the bags for him. He skies one to right field. Toigo backpedals on the warning track. Should be deep enough to get the run as he just throws it on into second. Contreras cuts it off, and that is a sac fly for Dick. 1 away, and however, 7-2 now. Sun Devils still leading by 5.
And again, a good play overall. You bring in another run, and now you can get things going a little bit more.
So it brings it to the bottom of the lineup, and Eduardo Corneli had a bunt attempt back in the 3rd. Bunted it right back to Linden, who was on the mound. To start off for the Devils, off-speed pitch right in the zone to Corneli. Last time was able to work back full and draw a walk in the 4th inning. That pitch drilled to center field, running in to grab it is Longo on a line. 2 away now for the Sun Devils in the field.
And overall, if you're the Sun Devils, that's a good moment there because you want to try to get out of this inning. You want to try to stretch it a little bit too. You know, you look at the scoreboard right now; it's very similar to what we saw last night. But that happened in the 9th inning. Now Omaha still has this plus 3 more frames to go.
Butler taps the left foot as he comes set, fires it. That was an 82-mile-an-hour slider on the corner for strike number 1 to Diggins, who's the leadoff hitter here for the Mavericks. 0 for 3 tonight. Mavericks got 6 hits in the games. Next pitch on its way. Same pitch, however, down in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 now to the leadoff hitter. 2 away here in the top of the 6th. 7-2 Sun Devils leading over the visiting Omaha Mavericks. Lefty in the bullpen for the Devils. As Butler winds and fires, it's roped out into right field on a line, and that's going to be down for a base hit. Diggins will hold up at first. However, runner moves all the way over to third in Lewis. So yet again, another run 90 feet away here for the Mavericks with 2 away in the 6th.
That right field area, too, has been crucial for Omaha. Credit to Toigo. He has an arm. He can definitely shoot it towards the second or third base line, but it just can't be enough when you're sending so many balls towards him and just in the outfield in general.
So Cohen Nikolai will round up the infield and meet with Butler, with another runner standing at third, one man standing at first, 2 away, as a slow walkout from Willie Bloomquist. After the meeting, we'll pull the infielders all back in. Outfielders will conjoin in center. And it's just going to be a mound meeting this time around. So 7-2 Devils. 2 runners aboard here for the Mavericks. 2 away in the top of the 6th. And instead, he does make the move, and Butler will now walk out. After a little bit of a meeting, they'll check his glove, they'll check the palms, and it'll be a call to the bullpen here for the Devils with 2 away in the top of the 6th. We'll step away and give you more on the next pitcher to come in the game here on Blaze Radio. Back here at Phoenix Municipal Stadium, the Sun Devils making a call to the bullpen. It's going to be the southpaw, Sean Fitzpatrick, to take over on the rubber. A fastball, changeup, cutter, and a slider. Sits around the low 90s to high 80s on that fastball. as he steps on the rubber. He was too quick to step on and come set, as Jason Rogers, the home plate umpire, calls time. He's set to face Henry Zapay, a strong hitter here for the Mavericks. Lefty on lefty matchup. Bloomquist felt like this was the right opportunity to get him in. He throws an off-speed pitch right on the corner for strike number 1.
Well, that's a pretty good decision there by Bloomquist, because this is a Omaha side that has done quite well sometimes when facing righty pitchers today. Fitzpatrick providing something different.
The 0-1 fouled away. Quickly 0-2 to Zapay, who was the Summit League Player of the Year last year. Second teamer back in 24. But led the league last year in average on base percentage, triple. Had a 32-game on base streak during last year's season. 2 runners aboard here for the Mavericks. 0-2 on its way. Swung on and missed. Fitzpatrick comes in, fires 3 straight strikes, and strands 2 runners on the bags for the Mavericks. Mavericks get 1 in the inning. It's now 7-2 here for the Sun Devils, headed to the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th here. Sun Devils leading 7-2. They're at the dish. They're set to face a new arm. It's Braden Curtis, the Omaha native. Senior threw 34 1/3 for him last year. Making his first appearance this year on the young season. Set to face off 2, 3, and 4 for the Sun Devils. Zavorik, Toigo, Contrades. Here, this is the toughest part of the lineup for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, it most certainly is. I mean, this is a very stacked group.
First pitch, outside corner, catches it at 92 for strike number 1. Curtis has 7.60 ERA. Through those 34 1/3, hitters were hitting 288 against them. That one chopped over to the ground. Diggins gets cut off by Zapay at third, and he fires it on the run for an out number 1. 5-3 put out in the books. If you're keeping score at home, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. So now steps in Dean Toigo. The most coveted transfers in the portal this last offseason. Decided to call Tempe home. Still looking for that first hit as a Sun Devil. As first pitch to him, down and in for ball number 1. He's 0 for 2 today. He came around to score when he walked back in the third as a part of that grand slam by Contreras, who's on deck. But still looking for that first hit to put on the mantle as a Sun Devil. He'll foul that one off his foot. Trickle over down the third base line. 1-1 now to Toigo. So he's shaking up a little bit, taking a couple of steps. Decides he's good to go, and he's ready to get back in the box. (7-2) here in favor of the Devils, 1 away, bottom of the 6th. As Curtis winds and fires, and that is fired out into right field. It's up, it's over, no doubter for Dean Toigo. Sends a jolt into the Sun Devil faithful. Toigo sent 18 of them over the wall last year. He gets his first one in new threads and pushes the lead to 8-2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Just clean contact off the bat. It felt like there was no doubt about it. Everybody knew where it was going, Toigo included. It's just been that sort of day, Riley. Every single home run the Sun Devils have hit today has been clean contact. Feels like it's just working in their favor.
Off the bat, you knew it was over the wall. Just there was a worry if it would stay fair or not. It hooked around that right field pole. As Contreras sends the first pitch hard on the ground, right to Corneli. 1 step, 1 throw, 1 out. Added 2 away here in the 6th. So the Mavericks answered in the top of the 6th, added 1 to their deficit, to cut their deficit, I should say. The Devils come right back in the bottom half and get that 1 run back. Dean Toigo sent one over the right field wall just moments ago. Dominic Smaldino sent one over the last time up, and he sends the first pitch right back up the middle for a base hit. So that will send it right to the graduate student Matt Polk, who also sent one over the wall here today.
And again, it's just confidence overall. It feels like this Sun Devil team is just parlaying different opportunities, and that's just a perfect opportunity there with Smaldino. Seeing the space down the middle, decides to chop it, gets the lucky bounce over the pitcher Curtis, and then just does the rest.
Smaldino now 2 for 4 on the afternoon. Stands at first base for Polk, who is 1 for 3 with that homer back in the 2nd inning to kick off the scoring here. That one spiked into the other's batter's box, gets by a diving Dick. Runner easily at 2nd now. So wild pitch here from Braden Curtis. Now Polk's got a runner in scoring position, trying to extend this Sun Devil lead. Three, 4, 5, and 6 have all hit home runs for the Sun Devils. It's the power spots in the lineup, and it's certainly come to fruition today in this wonderful afternoon here in Phoenix, Arizona. Polk gives a big, healthy hack at an off-speed pitch, 1-1. Now to the designated hitter here for the Devils.
And as this game goes along, it feels like the Sun Devils, with all of these hits coming in, just seems to work a little bit. You can get on a little bit of run, provide a little bit more confidence.
Curtis, big leg kick, fires it in, and Polk fires it in to the opposing dugout. 1-2 now to the former Commodore. Played 124 games for one of the nation's premier programs. Trying to help the Sun Devils this season get back to that standard. 5 national champions. As that's chopped over to third, caught on a hop by Zapay, fired to first. Polk speedy, just not speedy enough to beat it out. And that'll end the inning, so the Sun Devils strand one second, but Dean Toigo sends his first long ball of the season over the right field wall, and the Devils take an 8-2 lead into the 7th inning here in Phoenix, Arizona. Top of the 7th here. Sun Devils up 8-2 over the Omaha Mavericks. Another new arm here for the Sun Devils. They'll call on Wyatt Halverson, one of the many hometown products here in Tempe, coming from Scottsdale. Went to Chaparral High School. They're 21 2/3 for the Devils last year, a 2-2 record, a 7.48 ERA. Struck out 32, walked 13. Hitters just hitting a tick under 300 last year. So first pitch fired in for strike number 1 to Jackson Trout, who has reached all 3 times, 3 for 3 in today's game. All 3 of those hits were singles. Next one upstairs to Trout, 1-1. Halverson, 6'4", 230 junior. Throws a fastball, a changeup, cutter, and a curve. That fastball runs in the low to mid-90s. Goes with a nice cutter for a strike at the top of the zone. 1-2 now to Trout.
That's one thing Halverson is doing well, and he's done well over the past few years, is coming into this area and just getting this game, tucked away.
The 1-2 from Halverson, off speed, fouled away by Trout. Had him out in front. Trout, however, able to get a piece of it and foul it towards the on-deck circle right by the third base dugout. So 8-2 here in favor of the Sun Devils. None away, top of the 7th. On a beautiful day here in the Valley. Halverson winds and fires upstairs. 95, just too high to get a chase from Trout. 2-2 now.
Now, something we talked about earlier with Linder, too. The one place he struggled was up and in, and Halverson as well. Early on in his start, or rather early on as an appearance, trying to find his areas to work on.
Trying to find it back in the zone. Gets sent right over the glove of Mutsaritis at short, and it's a base hit here. A leadoff base hit at that. Trout now 4 for 4. All singles. That's showing why last season he was a first teamer in the Summit League. That's all you can ask for from your 3-hole hitter. Get on base every single time. He was 1 for 4 in the game last night. So an early 5 for 9 start on the year. Or 5 for 8, excuse me, for Trout. Next hitter in, Tyler Bishop, takes a first pitch for a strike. Bishop 0 for 2, walked in the 3rd. Grounded out to second last time around. Ground ball to second, could be a double play ball here for the Devils. It's grounded into the dugout, almost to the dugout, slowed up right at the clay. Nonetheless, it's 0-2 now to the 4-hole hitter. Eight 2 Sun Devils here in the top of the 7th. Halverson comes set, takes a deep breath, quick kick, quick fired, and it's flown out to center field. Longo jogging on underneath it, catches it on the run. That's out number 1 here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, good clean contact there by Bishop, but couldn't be directed enough in time. And again, I don't think it's a wind problem as it was last night. It's pretty calm today. It just couldn't get the carry that sometimes Muni provides.
So Mason Gaines will step in the box. Grounded out to second the last 2 times he's been up to the dish. Takes a ball from Halverson to start off this at-bat. Back pick over to first from Halverson. Nothing doing, just checking in on the runner of Trout standing at first. Runner at first, Devils aren't playing in double play depth. Mutsaritis standing behind the second base bag, shaded towards the shortstop side. Contradas playing straight up as that ball is sent straight up into the air down the left field side. It goes into the bleacher section here right behind the tarp. A couple of kids get up, try to go after it. Maybe fight for it, scrap on this beautiful Valentine's Day here in Arizona. It's not very loving of them. But nonetheless, someone's got a ball and someone's going home with it. The 1-1 on its way, taken up and out. 96 out of the paw from Halverson. 2-1 now, 1 away.
You know, when you take a look at this Omaha lineup, you know, this Middle Park has wreaked havoc at times.
Trying to wreak havoc here. Have to get a pitch to do it as Halverson throws another one up and out of the zone. 3-1 now. Hitters count to the 5-hole hitter gains. He's still looking for his first hit of the season. 234 average last year. As the 3-1 is on its way, fouls it straight back off the hands. Count is now full. As the beat of Not Like Us plays through the speakers here. Halverson trying to get out of this minor jam. 3-2, runner takes off. It's fouled straight back over the canopy on the left side. Let's see another one. Gaines takes the long jog back over to first as he was in motion last time around to see if he's going to take off again. 1 away here, 8-2 lead here for the Sun Devils. Halverson comes set. Quick leg kick. Runner goes again. It's swung on a miss. It goes to the backstop, so Gaines will take off head to first. No throw. However, he's going to be out no matter what because the runner was standing at first. As actually he's going to stop on the bags. The Devils said he was out, and there he goes. He realizes it's too late. Drop third strike doesn't count when there's a run on a first, and nonetheless, there's 2 away. That is a strikeout here for Halverson, his first of his outing. Runner now in scoring position, however, after it got to the backstop. Joey Craig trying to extend this inning, maybe put a run up on the board for the Mavericks, maybe put 2 up. He's going to have to see another pitch to do it because he swung and missed at the first one.
Still not a bad position for Omaha to be, too, especially knowing that you've got someone on the base paths right now, something that can, you know, get a little bit of confidence.
Next one swung on and missed again. 0-2 now. All things considered, Omaha hasn't played that bad. It's just that big grand slam is the game changer from Contradas. They have 8 hits, just 2 runs. Sun Devils have 11 hits, 8 runs. 4 bombs will do it, though. They'll put the runs on the board. The 0-2 on its way, fouled and hits the shoulder off the bounce of Craig while he was standing in the box. He'll slowly walk back into the clay and back towards the batter's boxes. Maybe have to shake off a little bit off the shoulder blade. Bright red sliding mitt in the right pocket. Got an electric blue bat. It's halfway with a bright highlighter orange. Gonna have to use that bat to extend this inning. Halverson trying to silence him. The 0-2 on its way. No swing, just misses the corner. 1-2 now to Craig. Got a lot of colors going on in the box. We got a bright white leg guard on too. The 1-2 on its way, off speed, down and out. Count runs back to even at 2s. 2 outs on the boards. 2s all the way across. As Craig has worked 2 walks in this game. Both of them have come from full counts. Trying to make this count back full or put something in play. 2-2 on its way, and he will run it back to full. 3-2 yet again to Craig.
Yeah, Halverson's been trying to find those corners, find something that works, baiting Craig into this, but now you just have to go to your best stuff.
Runner standing at second is Trout. Craig in the box, 3-2 from Halverson on its way, taken upstairs. What was once 0-2 turns into 4 straight balls right after and a walk for Craig, his 3rd of the afternoon. And If you're Evan Porter, that's all you can really ask for as well. Get on 3 times out of 4. You might not have to swing the bat, but you're working the counts up of these pitchers. You're finding your ways onto the base paths where havoc can be created. Now it's up to Hayden Lewis, who singled last time around. Halverson trying to work back. He fires it into the zone, and it's fired straight back into the netting for strike number 1. So Trout standing at second base. Craig standing at first. Devils with a little bit of a shift to the right side. Contrada's playing in the grass at seconds. Mutsuritis playing behind the second base bag. As an off-speed pitch catches the corner. Now 0-2 yet again.
And I'll see Mutsuritis still around that second base bag. So that entire area almost between second and third is just open right now for Lewis to potentially go opposite way.
The 0-2 on its way. Up and over. Nikolai behind the dish. And the runners will move into scoring position rather easily. So now a prime opportunity here for the Mavericks with 2 away in the top of the 7th. Sun Devils will keep that shift up. There's a big gap out in left center as well. Big hole all the way down the left side. Contradas will even play further back into the grass. With the lefty Hayden Lewis up. He drilled the last one to the right side. The 1-2 on its way. Inside, check swing. In the dirt, did he go? No, he didn't. This is Jake Olenthop, the third base umpire today. It was really close, but nonetheless, to count once again back even at 2s all the way across. 2 runners in scoring position here for Omaha. It's a big moment in the ball game if they want to scrap back into this one. 8-2, Sun Devils leading, top of the 7th. Halverson staring down Nikolai. Comes set. 2-2 on its way, off speed, and it got him in the leg. It broke right in to the leg of Lewis, and now ducks on the pond here for Cardell Dick.
And again, if you're Willie Bloomquist, even if you get out of this, this is the problem for Arizona State over the past few years. You have a lot of these different batters, different hitters just getting on bases just off of some simple walks. I mean, you think about it, Trout singled in the first, but outside of that, Craig got on a walk, and now Lewis does as well.
And what happened in all those at-bats, too, is Halverson found himself up 0-2. Trout got it back to even, got a base hit. Craig was down 0-2 and worked it back all the way for a walk. And Lewis was down 0-2, got it back to 2-2, and got hit by the pitch. You got to give credit to these Maverick hitters for being able to climb back in and fight in the box. And now bases loaded here for the backstop of Omaha. Cardell Dick, first pitch to him, swinging in the dirt. That'll go down as a strike. Dick maybe expanding the zone a little bit, trying to take damage. Thought Halverson would maybe attack the zone after a walk and a hit by pitch. And back-to-back hitters he's faced. 0-1 on its way, down in the dirt yet again. 1-1, laid off that time by Dick.
You can tell that Halverson's going towards his fastball, trying to get something that's quick here. You want a bang-bang play to end out the inning.
Deep breath from Halverson, fires it, tipped into the glove. Nikolai, and yet again, Halverson finds himself up ahead, 1-2. Can he finish the at-bat is the question. Dick this is his 4th plate appearance. He's still just 1 for 1 on the day. Hit by pitch and came around the score. A single and then a sac fly last time. Sun Devil faithful clapping, trying to get out of the inning is Halverson. 1-2 on its way, bounced in the dirt on the off-speed pitch. 2-2 now.
That's a good save, too, by Nikolai. Almost doing the splits there to make sure it doesn't go into the backstop. Not a lot of velocity, but it definitely could have caused some damage.
Sun Devil faithful trying to get back behind Wyatt Halverson again. The 2-2 on its way. It's skied to the right side. Toigo giving chase for it in foul territory. Goes into the shade. It stays in. He makes the catch on the run along the warning track in foul territory. Halverson able to escape the bases loaded jam. Omaha can't bring any of them around. It's still an 8-2 lead here for the Sun Devils, and it's stretch time here in Phoenix Municipal Stadium on Blaze Radio. Well, the home faithful just got their peanuts and Cracker Jacks as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Sun Devils leading 8-2 here on Blaze Radio. New pitcher on the mound for the Mavericks. It'll be Cole Kenyon stepping on the rubber here, making his debut for his new squad. The junior transferred from Arkansas Pine Bluff through 28 innings. A 5.79 ERA, struck out 20, walked 17. Hitters hitting 322 against him last year. His first one from a 3/4 arm slot is fouled down into the devil deck and right. It's fouled off the bat of Dominic Longo, who is 1 for 1 in the afternoon. 2 walks to his name, along with a single. Has a stolen base notched as well. 0-1 taken outside and down. Kenyon, the junior from San Carlos, California, making his debut here for his new squad, the Omaha Mavericks. Sets, fires it inside, and it just got the jersey of Longo. That's going to go down as a hit by pitch. Looked like Longo didn't even want to walk out of the box. Home plate umpire Jason Rogers had to tell him, hey, I got your jersey a little bit, and he'll take the jog on over to first. First batter for Kenyon, not the best result.
Yeah, I mean, work by Longo there. It's just in that area, and it's not what you want if you're Kenyon, starting to get this at-bat going and trying to keep whatever's left of Omaha's hopes here.
Clay will step in. 1 for 2 in the afternoon. Runner will take off. Throw down a second, up, Longo's in. Didn't come off the bag as his paw went past it. However, his leg got the back end of the bag, hooked the foot on top of it. Second stolen base here for Longo. It's a base threat for the Sun Devils, as we mentioned. Stole 21 bags last year with Utah Valley. Had 31 attempts. Take advantage of the long arm action from Kenyon. Next pitch taken on the corner. Strike 1. Count 1-1 now to the backstop here for the Sun Devils. Nikolai. A little bit of a shift in the middle at second. Corneli holding the runner on. will stay shaded in the middle. See, now he backs out, still on the edge of the grass, going towards second as it's taken for a ball by Nikolai. Another arm getting up and brewing for the Mavericks. 8-2 Sun Devils leading. Runner on second. None away here in the bottom of the 7th. Sun Devils trying to make it 2 straight to start off the season. As that is 2 straight balls now thrown to Nikolai, and in the count now 3-1 to 13 in black. He gives a check swing, adjusts the gloves, taps the helmet, steps back into the box. Looking for his pitch on a silver platter. Kenyon give him that pitch over the heart of the plate. 3-1 on its way inside. Almost got him. Said it's just a ball fuller anyway, so 2 straight runners aboard on free passes. However, Longo had to pay the price and get hit, so it wasn't necessarily free. But 4 out of 5 pitches in Nikolai were balls. So to send it to the bottom of the lineup, and Mutsaridis is 2 for 3 tonight. The Cal transfer from San Jose. Hitting a blistering 7-14 so far this season. Squares the bunt around and pulls it back as it was spiked in the dirt. Dick had to catch it on a dive. And Dick's done a very good job this afternoon behind the plate of keeping the pitches in front of him.
Yeah, he certainly has, and Dominic Longo was a little uncertain on whether or not Dick caught it in that instant, and I think knowing how much he had it, he could have taken off towards third, but decided to stay at second there. But nonetheless, a good play there by Dick. If it went a little bit behind him, could have been another stolen base for ASU.
So Michael Bradshaw will come and talk to his pitcher along with the backstop and Cardell Dick. Bradshaw wearing some bright neon red kicks, as it was a quick short meeting between Bradshaw in his 3rd year with the team before making a stop in Omaha. This is a rehab pitching coach with the White Sox. He's a pitching coach in Salt Lake City, or excuse me, not Salt Lake City, but Provo, I should say, for BYU. Through 2019 through 2022. Played his ball at Nevada as he walks off the mound, and we're ready for the next pitch. Squared around again, right back to the pitcher, as Kenyon would not even look to third and just fired on to first. So Mutsaridis does his job and moves the runners over into scoring position. And Coach Willie Bloomquist realizes this is an opportunity to get that run roll in. Sun Devils need 4 more for it to come into attack. As we'll send it back to the top of the lineup to Landon Hairston. 2 runners in scoring position. Infield shifted right on the right side, as Hairston will take the first pitch for a ball number 1. He's 1 for 4 in the afternoon. Had some hard contact, however. Lined out to short. On the run was Diggins when he caught that one to end the inning. Back in the 5th. 1-0 on his way. He drills it out to deep center field. Does he have enough carry? It's off the top of the wall. 1 run will come around. A second one will come around. And Landon Hairston's got himself an easy stand-up double. The Sun Devils take a 10-2 lead here in the bottom of the 7th.
There was that feeling all along, Riley. The Sun Devils have something in them, and it showed there. Big hit by Landon Hairston leading off this lineup today, and the Sun Devils are once again getting into that comfort zone. They historically have been a good offensive team, and it's starting to click more today.
So Beckett Zavorik will represent the winning run here, as the Devils are just 2 runs away from putting the run rule into effect and sending the home faithful home early. As the first pitch to him is drilled to right field, but foul, going over top of the Devils' deck, bouncing on top of the Devils' deck, and on top of the Malone hitting complex for strike number 1. Just have a feeling here, as the way the Sun Devils are putting the bat on the ball, this one might be over in this inning. We'll just have to wait and find out, as that one skied right into the same spot, hooked a little more. Foul didn't quite make it to the hitting complex. 0-2 now.
Seemed like it might have hit one of the floodlights. Had a lot of carry there, but you never know.
So Kenyon comes set. One away here in the bottom of the 7th, 10-2. Sun Devils runner standing at second is Harrison. Winded fired outside as Dick points the glove to his pitcher. Hit a spot, just missed, but up 0-2 in the count. You don't want to throw it exactly over the heart of the plate. He's still in control of this count. The 1-2 pitch is on its way. Down and low and out again. 2-2 to the third baseman for the Devils this afternoon. 1 for 4. This is Zavorik playing the hot corner. As Kenyon grabs his sign, looks back at second once. Leg kick fired, and it's sent into center field. A deep shift is a long run for Craig, and he catches it, crashes into the wall, and crashes onto the ground. And he's on the ground as the runner from second. Harrison's going to round all the way and score. It'll be 11-2 Sun Devils. As that's not the important thing, as Craig is still on the ground on the warning track. As medical attention will go and check on him, as well as Evan Porter. As we will step aside for a break as well. Devils up 11-2 with an injured Joey Craig out in center field. Back here at Phoenix Municipal Stadium, 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. The injured Joey Craig stayed on the ground for a little bit and was able to walk off with some help, and a cart came all the way across the outfield warning track, picked them up at the opposing bullpen, and carted them all the way back to the dugout. Sun Devils leading 11-3 here. It'll be Eli Horner taking his spot in center field, another senior from Iowa Western, who played his seasons from 2022 to 2024 with them. He will take over as a defensive replacement for the injured Joey Craig, the senior from New Mexico State. You never want to see it in any sport, but especially on the second day of the season.
Yeah, no, and I mean, at this point in the season, you have so much hope, so much energy going into it, and for it to, have such a roadblock like this early on in the season is just not good. And now it, creates some extra adversity for Craig himself.
We got 2 rounds of applause from the Devils faithful, as in the box is Kai McGarry pinch hitting for Dean Toigo. A standing ovation when he first got up, and he got a standing ovation when the cart grabbed him at the bullpen. It's tough scenes for the Omaha Mavericks as the next pitch taken down away from the ball, but all we can do is wish thoughts and prayers for the recovery of Joey Craig, the senior outfielder for Omaha. 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Sun Devils 1 run away from winning as Kai McGarry skies that one into the infield. Battling the sun is Diggins as he moves to the left last second and grabs it. And that'll end the inning. The Sun Devils put up 3, and it's 11-2, headed to the 8th here in Phoenix, Arizona. Back here at top of the 8th in Phoenix, Arizona. Riley Kelton, Mihir, Sinhasen bringing you the action as the Sun Devils lead the Omaha Mavericks of the Summit League 11-2. First pitch in is a ball to Eduardo Corneli, who is at the bottom of the lineup here for the Mavericks. Kai McGarry stays in the game, stays in right field for the Sun Devils. As the next one, same spot, same result. To Corneli, 2-0 now. Still Halverson on the bump for the Sun Devils. That one way up and out as Nikolai behind the plate couldn't corral at 3-0 here to Corneli, who's already walked once today. 0 for 2 in the other at-bats. A bunt attempt that was popped back to the pitcher and a line out to center field. As we'll see some action start to happen in the Sun Devils bullpen. as a 3-0 is on its way, and it's right down Broadway for a strike to the second baseman here for the Mavericks. 11-2, Sun Devils lead, none away here in the top of the 8th in game number 2 between these two, and that one in the dirt. And it is a walk to Cornell, and I'll send it back to the top of the lineup in Diggins for the Mavericks.
That provides a little bit of a confidence boost here for Cornelli overall. You know, you get on base, and now Arizona State will have a meetup to see if we have Halverson continuing. Of course, Arizona State having this lead right now, but you want to get this game, you know, and see this one out. This is almost like a training session, if you will, before you get into big, close moments, which is something they haven't seen that much in the series, but it is crucial overall.
Hey, Jeremy Accardo, the pitching coach, just taking a moment, talking to him, pat on the back, says, let's go, you got it. Looks like 41's in the pen, which is Taylor Penn, transfer from Western Kentucky. Was picked back in 2024 in the 20th round by the Pirates. He looks to be warming up in the bullpen for the Devils at this moment. But ball still in Halverson's hand here in the top of the 8th. One runner aboard, back to the top of the lineup here for the Mavericks. Chase Diggins looking for his second hit of the ball game, 1 for 4. As he singled last time around. First pitch to him on the corner. Called a strike. Nice job by Halverson to get back into the count. Get up early, 0-1.
Yeah, that's what you need if you're Halverson. Just get something that works well in your favor.
The 0-1 quickly on its way. Off speed, waved at. 0-2 here. As Edwin Diaz's walk-in song from the bullpen plays. Trying to fire up the faithful, fire up Halverson on the mound. 0-2 on its way. Swung on and miss. 3 straight strikes after the walk for strikeout number 1 for Halverson, and out number 1 here in the 8th. So to send it to Henry Zippe. He's also 1 for 4 in the afternoon. Singled back in the 3rd. First pitch is an off-speed one away for ball number 1. Spey is the best hitter in this Mavericks lineup. Maybe at this point in the ball game, just trying to keep things fundamental and work on a couple of things. Go backside, you can try to do whatever. As it's now 2-0 to the third baseman for Omaha. Swinging a bright yellow highlighter bat. Very vibrant in this blistering Arizona sun as he fouls the next one back into the netting for 2-1.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Zeppe's bat is bright, brighter than the Gold Devils logo right behind him.
Makes the Devils logo look dull compared to how bright his bat is.
That's fair.
Have to use that highlighter stick to play across some runs for these Mavericks as he fouls another one back into the screen. Now 2-2. Using this lime green pencil to color my book, and it just looks dull compared to the bat as well. We're in the shade, though. And he's standing out in the sun as the sun is shifted around here at the stadium. 2-2 on its way. Drilled out into left field. Chasing back on it is Hairston. He backpedals in and makes the grab a couple steps shy from the warning track. 2 away here in the top of the 8th. We'll send it up to Jackson Trout.
Yeah, good contact on that ball there, but just not enough to fully carry out of the ballpark. And again, sometimes you get that Muni magic, sometimes the wind is working in your favor, but again, pretty docile today, and balls are just landing in the outfield.
This has been the toughest out for the Sun Devils in Jackson Trout. He's been so tough they haven't done it once. He's down in the dirt. So they got him down as 3 for 4. So maybe I'm just wrong. It's getting these late stages of the game. Nonetheless, 3 singles to his name. Can make it 4 for 5. But Trout hitting 500 early on in this year. It's down in the dirt. Taken for ball number 2. Trout, a graduate player for the Mavericks, playing first base today. He's listed on the roster also as an outfielder. And he skies that one, not quite to the outfield, as Contreras shakes it back. And running back on the back end of the infield is Kai McGarry, who's made the defensive replacement. And that will end the inning here in the 8th. Sun Devils leading 11-2. One run will end it here in the bottom half. The Devils can push one across here on Blaze Radio. Bottom of the 8th, Sun Devils leading 11-2 over the visiting Omaha Mavericks. As a couple of defensive changes here for Omaha. Cal Cooper will take over on the rubber, and Jackson Vaughn will take over at first for the fellow Jackson Trout. And Sam Myers will pinch hit for the Devils. He's going to watch the first one for a strike. He's hitting for New Contreras. Couple of replacements here for both squads. Cal Cooper, freshman lefty, as that one is chopped on the ground by Myers over to second. That's Cornelli. He flips it on over to first to the newly replaced Jackson Vaughn for an easy out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th.
And the more that Willie Bloomquist starts to put in these guys, we saw Kai McGarry to end out the 7th, now Sam Myers. It's more guys getting some reps, right? They're shaking off the cobwebs, and they're getting their juices flowing a little bit, right? This whole team is talking about how they're ready for this season. They like the camaraderie within the clubhouse, and this is just one of those moments where everybody can cheer on some of those guys getting big moments.
Next up into the box is Smaldino, who homered back in the 5th, singled in the 6th. But Sam Myers is one of those guys they want to get back and going. Transferred in from TCU in 24. It was a Big 12 honorable mention as well as an all-freshman member. And he was part of the tournament team in 2024 as well. Transferred over here, trying to get some new life. And he got a spot in the lineup and grounded out the 2nd. Just trying to, like you said, shake off the rust. It's early season. Get those feet set underneath them. As next pitch fired in. Ball 3 to Smaldino by Cal Cooper. Freshman making his first collegiate appearance. The native of Omaha, playing for the hometown team. As he fires it down low, 4-pitch walk to Smaldino. A fastball at 87. I'll send it up to Matt Polk, who's also homered back in the second. Since then, been hitless. As no one standing on the on-deck circle past Polk, only leads me to believe that probably a pinch hitter following Polk after. But we'll just have to wait and see, as number 4 in black is in the box right now. Smaldino stands at first. Big wave and a miss. Had a pitch out of the zone by Polk. And Longo has approached from the dugout. He will remain in, sliding on the batting gloves. So he will get his at-bats as well. Polk in the box currently. Pitch in from Cooper. It's taken for ball number 1. 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. The game-ending run standing at first, and Smaldino. Polk in the box, trying to send the Sun Devil faithful home 1 inning early. As it's spiked down in the dirt, that runner at first now moves to second as Smaldino moves on the wild pitch. It's now scoring position here for Matt Polk. As a coach, you just want to see a good approach here. Not try to end the game in one swing, but if you just stay within your approach, it will end the game.
Yeah, and I mean, now knowing that Smaldino's within scoring position now, I think Omaha knows that at this point, the game is Arizona State's, and it's getting towards that ending time.
2-1, swung at in the dirt. Polk leaves that approach behind in the dust. This ball bounced into the dust of the clay at home plate. 2-2. Runner still standing at second. And Smaldino. Cooper checks the runner at second. Leg kick fired. Got him swinging. That's the first strikeout of Cal Cooper's career. And there's 2 away here in the 8th.
Just a little bit of lean on it, and that was just enough to get Polk away from that ball.
So Dominic Longo will, at the moment, be the final Sun Devil hitter in this inning. If he gets a base hit, you'd imagine the Sun Devils would most likely score, and at the end of the game, might be the last one to touch the box here for the Devils. 1 for 1 as it bounces in the dirt, goes all the way to the third base dugout on the on-deck circle, as now that winning run is 90 feet away. As Cal Cooper trying to get some experience at this point. A 9-run lead for the Sun Devils, 11-2. Game-ending run, game-winning run stands at 90 feet away. Dominic Longo puts one through the infield. He'll send these fans home an inning early. 1-0, outside, 2-0.
That's where the Sun Devils, even in this moment, want to be aggressive. Smaldino's a little bit off that third base bag, leaning in. He realizes he's less than 90 feet away.
2-0, upstairs, 3-0. Cohen Nikolai will be the man on deck for the Devils. Dominic Longo trying to reach for the 5th straight time in this game. 1 hit back in the 3rd, walked twice, got hit by a pitch last time around, last inning, and he walks on 4 straight pitches. Dominic Longo, 1,000 in the on-base department today. So send it to Cohen Nikolai, who is reached 3 of the 4 times, just 1 hit, 2 walks as well. He's reached the last 3 times.
We've seen this a lot from Omaha's pitching staff, Michael Saul and now Cal Cooper. A lot of guys that are getting their first reps at the college level. And, Saul had a tough start, too, with facing Contradas, gave up that grand slam, but he was able to really help himself out after that. And Cal Cooper can do the same here, even though he's allowed a couple of walks now. It hasn't been pretty. He did have that strikeout to Polk, but you do know that he wants some confidence going into the rest of the season.
Sometimes it just takes a little bit of experience to give someone that confidence. As the next one inside 5 straight balls here thrown by Cooper. Just got to get a little bit of experience under your belt, especially as a freshman at this level, playing against a team in a power conference early on in the season and your first appearance collegiately of your career as he gets one back in the zone for a strike. 1-1 now to the backstop of Arizona State. Winning run standing at 90 feet. The runner at first just kind of hanging out. And Longo, he doesn't mean too much in this game at this moment. As the next one is down in the dirt. Nikolai steps out of the box, gives a warm-up swing, steps right back in, 2 taps on the plate. Stares down Cooper on the rubber. The southpaw comes set, doesn't check any of the runners, fires it outside for ball number 3. 3-1 hitters count now. Nikolai Mucharitis remains on deck for the Devils as the shade from behind the plate has crept over the word mark of Devils. As the sun has shifted here at Phoenix Municipal Stadium and what's been a wonderful day outdoors at the ballpark as there's another walk. The 3rd one of the inning. One more walk would end this game. So Mucharitis will be the last hitter for the Sun Devils in this inning. As we'll get Michael Bradshaw out of the dugout for Omaha. And he'll come and talk to his freshman lefty. Give him some words of encouragement. This will be the last hitter he faces unless Omaha puts up 9 runs in the 9th inning. We've seen crazier things in baseball. It's never impossible.
I mean, it certainly isn't knowing Phoenix Municipal Stadium when, you know, anything can happen.
Especially in college baseball. Just anything can happen when you get to these bullpens. As most of the guys that stay in the bullpens for these collegiate teams are a lot of the younger guys that are still improving, hoping one day to step into the role of a starter. As Cooper is ready to go, he comes set and he fires the next pitch. First pitch swinging is Mucharitis, and he misses at it. 0-1, a nice job from Cooper to get back into the count, get an early strike. As the bases are loaded here for the Sun Devils. Next pitch down in the dirt. 1-1. 1 run will win it for the Devils with 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. 2 runs, 8 hits for the Mavericks. 11 runs, 12 hits for the Sun Devils. Clean baseball, no errors for either squad. 1-1 is on its way in the dirt, blocked up by Dick. That would have been the 3rd wild pitch of the inning. Instead, it's blocked up. And Dick has done a very nice job to be a backstop for this Maverick pitching staff. Mucharitis trying to play a somewhat of a hero. It would end the game. A game that's almost out of reach already as he watches it for ball number 3. So 3-1 to the transfer from Cal. 1 pitch away from ending this game. Mucharitis stares down Cooper. Cooper, the freshman, fires it in, and it's flown out to right center field, giving chase his gains. He grabs it as Horner backed him up, and that will end the 8th inning. So we'll play a 9th inning here in Phoenix Municipal Stadium as the Sun Devils leave them loaded. 11-2 lead for the Sun Devils, however, 3 outs away from claiming their first series of 2026. Top of the ninth, Sun Devils leading 11-2 over the Omaha Mavericks. Happy if you joined us for this entirety of the ride on Blaze Radio's YouTube. Here's Sinhasen, Riley Kelton bringing you the action all day long, and we're just 3 outs away from being a Sun Devil win and a Sun Devils first series win of the 2026 season. A couple of substitutions for the Sun Devils. Finn Leach coming into play third after Sam Myers pinch hit for New Contrades. Beckett Zavorik will shift on over to second as the first pitch is skied into the shallow outfield. Calling it off is Zavorik, who just moved to second, and he drops the pop fly, throws to second as the runner will be in safe. That runner is Tyler Bishop. As that was actually Nick Riggs, who just pinch hit. Tons of substitutions from both squads. It's that time where it's empty the bench. It'll be an E4 for Zavorik, who just moved to second, as we mentioned. Behind the dish is Cooper Klauser. Austin Musso, the freshman, is now on the rubber for the Sun Devils. As both teams have emptied the bench, and that should be all the substitutions so far. As Musso fires in the next pitch to Gaines for ball number 1.
Yeah, and obviously not what you want if you're Zavorik. Had a little bit of trouble on the third base line, too, with corralling some bounces this time. The sun just got in his eyes.
That one's drilled to Zavorik on a dive. You can't grab it. And that's another run here for the Mavericks off the bat of Mason Gaines. As he ripped one through the right side. An extra run for the Mavericks. 11-3 here in the top of the ninth. Still none away. Said it, nothing's impossible. You never, ever know. As Musso, that run will be unearned. As he reached on an error after the drop pop fly from Zavorik, who moved from third to second. It was in shallow center field. And the outfielders called him off. Longo's in center. McGarry came in as a defensive replacement, last inning and right. His runner scored from second after the single from Mason Gaines. Next pitch is outside to Eli Horner, who's getting his first at-bats of the day after coming in for the injured Joey Craig, who crashed into the wall on a fly ball to the outfield. Made the catch and had to be helped off the field. Got carted to the Omaha dugout on the third base side. Pitch from Musso in for a strike. 1-1 now, still not away. Musso, fastball in the low 90s, has late life and deception, and he knows how to use the strike zone vertically very well. The number 2 pitcher from Illinois, number 14th overall player from Illinois, as he throws an off-speed pitch that's fouled off the glove of Klauser.
Obviously, you have that different relationship, too, with Musso and Klauser. I mean, 2 guys that are just coming into the program. So, again, a little bit of mismatch here, and when you're early on in the season, you have a lead like this, why not go ahead and take your chance?
Get a glimpse into the future as Klauser, another freshman, right here from Tempe. His grandfather played baseball right here for the Sun Devils. Next one, skied into left center field, giving chase as Longo, as it crashes off the bottom of the wall, and he'll back it up off the wall. It runs all the way in as Landon Harrison has to pick it up from shallow center field. Going for third is Horner, and he's got a stand-up triple. The run will come around and score. It's now 11-4 in favor of the Sun Devils. But Eli Horner coming right off the bench, his first plate appearance, gets one off the bottom of the wall for a stand-up triple. A good way to start the year.
Yeah, good way to start the year and a good way to rally back if you're Omaha. You realize you have nothing to lose. You can go ahead and play your game right now, and you know it's being a lot more aggressive. They're getting used to the Arizona sun, realizing how it can help them, not just the Sun Devils. So it's good play from Omaha because this is what you can take into tomorrow.
Hitting for your own stats at this point is what they like to say. Stats are still going to count. No matter what happens in this one, it's still an 11-4 lead here for the Sun Devils. There is a runner standing 90 feet away from home for the Mavericks. That's Horner. As Hayden Lewis is in the box. He got hit last time around. He singled the time before then. 0 for 2 before that. He takes one right on the inside corner at 93 from the freshman. If you're Coach Willie Bloomquist, that's what you love to see. A young freshman coming in throwing 93 on the gun. As he gets more comfortable and grows more, Velo can certainly tick up. He's 6'2", 215, and that one sent back on a rocket right up the middle. Another run for the Mavericks, another hit for the Mavericks. That's 3 in a row, and it's now 11-5. Still got a comfortable cushion. However, you're starting to feel the Mavericks trickle in with something new we haven't seen all day long. I don't think it's fair to say we haven't seen it all day long, however. They have 11 hits. The Sun Devils only have 12. The Sun Devils have just left the yard 4 times, and one of them was a grand slam. Send it up to Cardell Dick. Takes it outside. Ball number 1. Movement already in the bullpen here for the Sun Devils. 3 straight base hits for the Mavericks. A single, a triple, and a single. Right before then, it was a drop pop fly by Zavorik. Put an extra runner on the bags, and that runner's come across to score. 3 runs put up for the Mavericks. Skied straight back to the right side by Dick. 1-1. Or should be 2-2, excuse me, to the backstop. So looking for that first strikeout as a Sun Devil. Comes set with that bright red glove. Nods, checks the runner, fires it in. It's fouled straight back. If there was no netting, we might have had a shot there.
Definitely been a few times over the years where this ball's come close to the booth, but I've rarely seen it go in. I've heard some people say that it has sometimes, but so far, this booth has been relatively safe.
No souvenirs for you just yet. knock on the table, knock on wood. The 2-2 on its way, down in the dirt, blocked up by Klauser. Fires it on the second as the runner takes off. Perfect throw, perfect tag. That's an out. Nice job by the freshman Klauser, who comes straight off the bench in the 9th, blocks it up, keeps it in front, and throws out Hayden Lewis trying to take second. There's one away here in the 9th.
A smart play there by Klauser too. You're trying to get your way through this myriad of catchers. You had Break Star yesterday, Knee Glide today. To show what you're made of, that's a good play.
Next one, drilled down the right side, but foul by Dick. It's still going to stay full. And something like that just helps your pitcher calm down much more. Defense didn't back him up on the first hitter. He gives up 3 base hits, one of those being a triple, and another runner stays us on first, and your catcher helps you out. Boosts a little bit of confidence. 3-2, swung on a miss. Musso gets his first strikeout of his career. And the Sun Devils are 1 out away from clinching a win against Omaha, leading 11-5 here in the top of the 9th. Be up to Eduardo Corneli, a second baseman who is yet to get a hit today. However, he's got 2 walks, 0 for 2 for the second baseman. From a place you don't hear too often, the second baseman from Italy. As he will swing and chase at the first pitch. Miss it. Strike number 1 to Corneli. The Sun Devil crowd has thinned out just a little bit. Mostly at the going into the 8th inning is when a lot of the fans left after the stretch. Next pitch out, 1-1. It's easy to get up and stretch and just stretch it all the way to the parking lot. Team's up 11-2 at that point. Now 11-5. Sun Devils leading 1 out away. Taking a victory. Now 1 strike away. It's now 1-2 to Corneli. The remaining of the Sun Devil faithful will slowly climb to their feet. Musso trying to end it here for the Sun Devils and claim their first series victory of 2026. It's skied to left field, trailing foul and into the first row of the bleachers. As Landon Harrison was giving it chase, we'll have to see 1-2 yet again. Corneli undoes the batting gloves. We'll have to redo them. Grabs the bat. Strap the gloves right back up. Sun Devil faithful still on their feet. I'd say it's about a 50% participation from what is remaining here that are standing 10 toes down. Musso winds, fires, check swing. Doesn't go around, doesn't get the call either. 2-2. Didn't even appeal to first. Cornelli probably quarter swung. No check, but the faithful wanted it on the corner. Nonetheless, still one strike away. Twos across the board. Upstairs, taken for strike number 3. It caught the top of the zone, and the Sun Devils win 11-5 and get their first series victory of 2026.
Just an overall good performance from Arizona State today. Similar to what we saw last night, they started off hot and it continued throughout the 9 innings. This ASU side, once again, showing why it seems like they're a team destined to go far in the NCAA tournament, much like was the case last year, but this is a team that can be special. It was special yesterday, it was special today.
It all started with Matt Polk's homer in the second. It kicked the scoring off for the Sun Devils, and it was an entourage of runs, a 5 spot in the third. 4 of those coming from the Grand Slam from New Contradas. The Sun Devils will start the season off 2-0. They'll try to sweep the series against Omaha tomorrow. I have coverage right here at 1:05 local time on Blaze Radio. For this one, that's it. Sun Devils win it 11-5 here in Game 2 over the Omaha Mavericks. From Mihir, Sinhasen, I'm Riley Kelton. So long, and see you later on